Henry folks, Tuesday, August the 29th, and today we celebrate Chop Suey Day. On the Joe Show, there are lots of myths, but the fact is that no one really knows where this Chinese-American dish originated. Some say the Chinese immigrants created the dish after arriving in America. Others insist that the dish is traditionally Chinese. Either way, Chop Suey is now a staple on many Chinese restaurants across the country. It's a stir-fry made with hodgepodge of ingredients like egg, meat, and vegetables. In fact, the name Chop Suey comes from a Cantonese word meaning odds and ends. Today is Chop Suey Day. Also, Lemon Juice Day. Lemon is an amazing fruit. Not only is its puckery goodness a wonderful addition to drinks and recipes, but just a squirt can make a dish sing. Not only that, it's got a good bunch of non-food uses. Spray the juice on the hair to give it a lighter, beachier color, and the oil from the lemon rind to make a non-toxic insect repellent. Today, Lemon Juice Day. It's also Chop Suey Day. Celebrate both accordingly on this Tuesday, August the 29th edition of The Joe Show. 238-9447 is the phone number to call in this morning. 238-WHIR. We'd love to have you this morning here on the radio. We start you off this morning with the playing of our national anthem, as we always do. Brought to you by Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network. We team up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The Reds. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. Let's try that again. Here we go, the national anthem right here in the Joe Show.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall Hometown Radio Network teaming up to honor America every morning with the playing of our national anthem. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. We'd love to have you on the Joe Show this morning. It's 6:15. Let's do a birthday party for those celebrating birthdays on this Tuesday, August the 29th. And here's how our birthday list looks this morning. Happy birthday to these people. Autumn Fulton celebrates a birthday today. Happy birthday to Autumn. Larry Schwartz is having a birthday today. Terry Cooley has a birthday today. So does Syndicate Dunn, Sid Dunn, who works here at the radio station. He's having a birthday today. Tammy Washington celebrates a birthday. So does Daniel Cox, Betty Rogers, and Anthony Vaith on the birthday list today. 238-9447. Again, 238-WHIR. Love to have you this morning. Call in and put your birthdays and anniversaries right here on the radio. 238-WHIR. It's a Tuesday. It's August the 29th. Typical Tuesday morning show we have lined up for you. 7:10 this morning is when we start off with Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix, who will talk a little bit about this Admiral matchup coming up on Friday, the Titletown matchup, Boyle County and Danville. And we'll talk with Coach Haddix about Danville's, first of all, their defense. That'll be at 7:10 this morning. 7:20, it's the same, but it's not. Does that make sense? We have Coach Parks on here, Danville head coach. He'll talk about the Boyle County defense at 7:20 this morning as we talk with the head coaches every weekday morning at 7:10 and 7:20. 7:40, it's the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. And this morning on the County Agents Corner, we'll have Tyler Miller, who will call in and give us an update from the Lincoln County Extension Office this morning. 7:50, we have, we do have Jenny Holland will come in this morning. The City Commission meetings are on the 2nd and 4th Mondays of the month, and we had the 4th Monday of the month yesterday. So we'll have Jenny on here this morning at 7:50. In the 8 o'clock hour, 8:10, we have Georgia or Colleen from the Boyle County Public Library. 8:20, we have Randy with Randyisms, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts. We have those at 8:20 this morning. 8:40, James the Gardener hops in here. We'll see what's going on with James out in the garden this morning. And in the 9 o'clock hour, 9:10, Dusty will be on here with the Kentucky Music Preview. And at 9:35 this morning, Ann Yeager or Mary Stith Hamlin will join us and the crew from Stith Funeral Home. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on. Phone number to call in this morning is 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. We start you off this morning, as we always do, taking a look at early morning sports. And here it is. The Reds lose again. A fan runs onto the field and makes contact with a superstar. And the Astros second baseman hits for the cycle. Those are the headlines in this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis guiding you through these Tuesday morning sports, starting off with your Cincinnati Reds. Well, Kyle Harrison's home debut at Oracle Park was as electrifying as the pitches he was throwing. Just as rewarding, too, because it came in front of a crowd of 24,581 that included a throng of family and friends. Harrison, who went to high school about 30 minutes east of San Fran, struck out 11 in his first career victory as the Giants beat the Reds last night 4-1 on Monday night for their third straight win. Momentum's a big thing in this game, Harrison said. I had a lot of support behind me, and it was an awesome day. Wilmer Flores, Patrick Bailey, and Wade Meckler each had an RBI double for the Giants, who move within a half a game of Arizona for the final NL wildcard spot. Ellie De La Cruz had an RBI double for the Reds, who remain 1.5 games behind the Diamondbacks for the last National League playoff berth. Staying in Major League Baseball, the Boston Red Sox will have a fresh spark as they continue sprinting in their wild card race. Yesterday, the team called up infielder and outfielder Ceddanne Rafaela in a series of roster moves. According to NESN, the star prospect will make his Major League debut today against the Houston Astros. He will wear number 43. The 22-year-old from Curacao made headlines this spring when he stole a franchise record 6 bases in one game for the Portland Sea Dogs. That's Boston's Class AA team. Part of his awe-inspiring performance included 2 stolen bases in one series. The next day, he stole 3 bases in 3 innings. Rafaela's batting .302 with 20 home runs, 79 RBI, and 36 stolen bases in minor league play this season. In Colorado, the Braves beat the Rockies last night, but Ronald Acuna Jr. had to fend off fans, including one who made contact with him in right field while sparking the Braves to a 14-4 rout of the Rockies. Acuna tied career highs with 4 hits and 5 RBIs, hitting his 29th home run and stealing 2 bases to increase his major league leading total to 61. He's now 1 homer shy of becoming the first 30-60 player in baseball history. One fan, though, got his arms against Acuna during the middle of the 7th inning, just after Atlanta scored 4 runs to open a 9-4 lead. 2 security people quickly grabbed the fan, and as they tried to drag him away, a 3rd security person approached to get that fan off the field. And Houston Astros second baseman Jose Altuve is in his 13th Major League Baseball season, and he's still achieving feats. For the first time in his career, Altuve hit for a cycle, hit a single, double, triple, and a home run in the Astros' 13-5 win over the Boston Red Sox last night in Fenway Park. The 8-time All-Star started Monday's contest with a swinging strikeout against Red Sox pitcher Chris Sale, but he rebounded in epic fashion, hit a double to right field his next plate appearance, and followed that with a single to left in the 5th, hit a 2-run triple to right field in the 6th, and then lost a 2-run, 420-foot home run in the 8th to complete the cycle. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Kia is ranked the most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row, and we are celebrating with savings all month long at Cartown Kia.
Drive for less with the 2023 Forte. Lease for just $299 down and $299 per month.
Dependability you can count on when you shop Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month, $2552 due at signing, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires August 31st.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and tins available. Visit our website at momblakeman'scandy.com or call 800-542-4607.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road, right here in Danville. You get sunshine expected today, a high today of 80, a low tonight 57. Sunshine tomorrow, 80 and 54 is the low tomorrow night. On Thursday, sunny, 79 and 55. And football Friday, 85 and 62, the high and low. Right now, it's 624. It's 66 degrees, Tuesday, August the 29th. And we have a phone call. Good morning, you're on the Joe Show. Good morning, you're on the Joe Show.
Good morning. Is this Joe?
This is he. What's going on, Doug?
Hey, Joe. I want to call and wish Joe a happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Doug.
Maybe Friday I can come up and sing to you if I can leave home early.
Well, maybe you'll get you'll get a strong case of laryngitis by that point, Doug.
Well, I had a strong case of laryngitis over the weekend, and my voice is coming back.
Okay, well, that's a shame. You got the laryngitis a weekend too early then.
Yeah, I got it last weekend, and I tell you what, my voice is stronger today than it has been since last Thursday.
Well, Doug, what are you up to this morning?
Well, like normal, going to work, thinking about you on your birthday, and
thank you.
How nice it must be to be only 25, 6, 7, whatever.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how old do you think I am, Doug? You probably know. I mean, what would be your guess?
32, 33.
30. That's good. That's close. 32, 33. I'm 34 today. So I just turned 34. Yeah, so 34. So you're pretty close, Doug. That's a good guess.
You know, now that I think about it, you're the same age as our oldest son.
There you go.
The same age. Because we're 20 years difference between me and him. So.
What do you?
Yes.
So what?
And also,
you're 54, Doug. Hold on, you're 54.
Yes. Don't you say a word.
No, I was going to say a lot older, but that's all. I'm not going to guess a number. I was just going to say you look a lot older. All right, Doug. What were you going to say after that? Go ahead.
I want to say a big shout out to the one and only Alan Carapansky. He finally reached the pinnacle of his high school career. It took him this long to do it, though.
Yeah.
My goodness. He's old, though. He's old.
Well, tell us what Alan did. I know what Alan did, but you're giving him the shout-out, so tell us what Alan did.
Well, Alan was inducted into the Danville High School Hall of Fame over this last weekend.
He was, yeah. Alan was one of, I think it was 6 people that was inducted in the class of 2023 Danville Admiral Athletic Hall of Fame. Alan Karapansik was down there, your buddy.
Yes, he was one of them, and we went up to the high school Saturday morning to listen to his induction speech, And, boy, I tell you, they gave him a lot of praise. His two former coaches did anyway.
Yeah.
Was it Coach Reynolds and Coach, what's his name? Bowman?
Bowman, yeah. Coach Bowman, yeah, is the boys soccer coach, yeah.
I hope I didn't butcher his name too bad. But anyway, yeah, just a shout out to the good old boy Allen. It took him long enough to get there. I mean, my goodness, he's almost as old as I am.
There you go. Alan Karapansica, Danville High School Athletic Hall of Fame member. Hey, they awarded him that honor over the weekend. Well, Doug, hey, give us your score prediction for Friday, Boyle County and Danville. Want to give us a prediction?
Let me think about it. I'll tell you Friday when I come up to sing to you, okay?
That's good, yeah. You come up here Friday, and we'll get you official prediction on game day, okay?
I'll be up there to sing happy birthday to my favorite radio guy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Doug Thacker. Doug, appreciate it.
Steve Bertram.
Oh,
hey,
no.
My favorite radio guy,
Stop
Steve
it.
Bertram.
All right, that's the end of this conversation. Appreciate it, Doug.
See you, man.
See ya. Doug Thacker calling in. Appreciate that from Doug. Wishing me a happy birthday. I'm 34 years old today. Feel like I'm getting old here. I got the gray in the beard, and it's getting harder to get up in the morning. 34. All right, let's do a birthday party here for the celebrities. Those celebrities having birthdays today. Here we go. Happy birthday to these people. First of all, on this date in the celebrity world, back 30 years ago, Liam Payne was born. He's best known as a member of the British boy band One Direction. Liam Payne turns 30 years old today.
Twitter trends had just started when we went on the show. So every night the UK would kick up the action on One Direction. It would become a trend in the UK, but then it would trend worldwide. And then people around the world would go, oh, what is this? And then they would click on, and then they'd find people that like the same thing they like, and da-da-da-da-da. So I actually think it was a perfect storm scenario.
Yeah, Liam Payne, 30 years old, talking about why and how One Direction ended up becoming so big. 65 years old today. This guy would have been 65. Michael Jackson would have had a birthday today.
I dance a lot anyway. I've always loved to dance. When I was just real little, I used to watch Sammy Davis, Fred Astaire, and James Brown, and just dancing about the house. So I don't remember not dancing.
There you go. Late Michael Jackson would have been 65. Got a phone call in here. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Is this Joe Mathis?
This is he. What's up?
Hey, Joe Mathis.
Hey.
I got a lady wants to say something to you.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, gosh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
That's enough.
Yes, you can stop
Bye.
now. Please, there we go. Hey, I think that lady sung a solo at our church on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
I
It
think
sounded,
she was famous in some way.
it sounded about like that did, too. Sounded just like that.
Hey, happy 34th birthday, pal.
All right, appreciate it, Radio Rick.
All right. Take
bye.
care.
Yeah,
Bye.
6:30 in the morning. We got bottom hour news coming your way here on the Joe Show. After that, we'll see what Larry Vought's got with Vought's Views. We have Silliness at Sunrise. We have NASCAR news. We have all that coming up over the next half hour right here on the Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville News Talk Sports, and also live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX at 6:30 in the morning.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Some parts of Kentucky are seeing a rise in COVID cases. Woodford County is one of the impacted areas. Officials there say a 70% increase in hospitalizations were seen at the start of the month. People across the Commonwealth are advised to take precautions like washing your hands, staying home if you're sick, and covering coughs and sneezes. The CDC reports a similar trend across the country. Among the agencies investigating the aftermath of the fatal mass shooting at a Southern restaurant and lounge in Louisville is the Department of Alcohol Beverage Control. Brad Silveria tells WOKY-TV.
You don't have a right to sell alcohol in Kentucky. It's a privilege, and that privilege can be taken away, and that's my job.
Silveria says the ABC has been watching the establishment closely for the past month, and it's believed the weekend's shooting came as the business was set to have its lease expire August 31st. The Muhammad Ali Center is a bravery of injured Louisville Metro Police Officer Nick Wilt. Wilt received this year's Kentuckian of the Year award for protecting his community. The rookie cop was injured earlier this year during the Old National Bank shooting in downtown Louisville. When the Kentucky Wildcats football squad takes to Kroger Field Saturday against Ball State, they'll be led by NC State transfer, sixth-year senior Devin Leary at quarterback. Head coach Mark Stoops.
You know, he's a guy with good experience. He's a guy that has a good understanding of coming into a new team and a new role and a new locker room and earning those players' trust and belief in him and not trying to force his way or just talk about it.
I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The night race. It's as American as Uncle Sam deadlifting 350 while drinking a Busch Light outside his camper in a national park. It's as American as Dale Earnhardt rattling Terry's cage. It's the Bass Pro Shops night race at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it's a cutoff race in the NASCAR playoffs. Be there Saturday, September 16th. Get a weekend package today at bristolmotorspeedway.com and see Dale Jr. race on Friday night in the Food City 300. It's not just a race.
It's Bristol, baby!
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside this summer. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school football Friday night. It's Boyle County versus Danville. 7:30 kickoff. A game you'll hear on the Boyle County broadcast on Z105 and the Danville broadcast on 103.9 FM WHIR. Garrett County host Bullitt Central. 7:30 kickoff Friday. We'll have that on hometownlive.net and delayed on Z105. And Mercer County hosting Shelby County Friday night 7:30 on 99.5 FM WHBN. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission is conducting a community survey and hosting a series of meetings in order to update the Boyle County Comprehensive Plan. That plan will help provide a vision for how the community will grow and develop over the next 20 years. You can take that survey online on the City of Danville Facebook page, and you can attend any of the upcoming meetings with 8 of them scheduled. The next one will be Thursday, September 14th at 5:30 at Danville City Hall. The Harrisburg Police Department and Mercer County Sheriff's Office teamed up for a joint investigation which sent 3 people to jail. Early yesterday morning, Harrisburg police executed a search warrant at a home where officers found suspected methamphetamine, fentanyl, THC wax, and a large amount of cash. 3 people were arrested and charged. Harrisburg natives Harold Wayne Moore and Tamara Sumner, as well as Virginia native Michael Owens. All 3 of those individuals were lodged in the Boyle County Jail. Garrett County has passed a new animal ordinance after hearing complaints from residents in the Deer Run subdivision. We told you about this story nearly 2 months ago, an issue that started in March when the city council was presented with arguments that 2 horses kept on land in the Deer Run subdivision were nuisances, as well as potential issues with sanitary conditions, improper care, lack of liability, and safety issues for pets and small children. However, the issue was the vagueness of the ordinance, which could be interpreted differently since everyone has a different definition of what a nuisance is, with the horse's owner saying he doesn't understand how 2 horses could inhibit the daily lives of neighbors. The council has now passed a first reading of this new animal ordinance, slightly altering some of the language that pertains to what a nuisance is and what could lead to the animal's removal. However, the central record reports that the new ordinance only applies to new occurrences and that those people keeping horses within the city limits now wouldn't be subject to it, essentially saying they would be grandfathered in. We told you last week the Danville School Board voted to lower taxes, and now Garrett County has voted to do the same thing as well. At their most recent school board meeting, the Garrett County School Board voted to decrease tax rates. For real estate taxes, it's 64.4 cents, a decrease from 65.2 per $100 of assessed value last year, while personal property was set at 65.9 cents. The Garrett County Central Record says it's the 4th straight year the Garrett County School Board has reduced tax rates. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm I'm Joe Mathis.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
They done did it again. Gave a great deal and made a new friend. Where's this, you say? Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way. With first-class service and a spin of the wheel. For some extra gifts after your new car deal, check out the inventory at ChryslerofLawrenceburg.com and head on down to US 127 to the new Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg. Today is your deal of the day, and Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Cowell Collision Center in Danville and Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family has certified something to tastify their taste buds. Their burgers are all natural beef, certified, humanely raised with never any antibiotics. Cattleman's Roadhouse on the Danville Bypass. A great steak is truly just the beginning. Partly sunny today, high of 80. Low tonight of 57. Tomorrow, sunshine, 80s a high. Thursday, sunshine and 79 is the high. It's 6:38 in the morning right now. 66 degrees on this Tuesday, August the 29th. The phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. Larry Vought's got Vought's Views for us today. What's up, Larry?
Vought's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
I do not think that John Calipari ever recruited 6'6" wing player Sir Muhammad, who recently made his verbal commitment to Notre Dame. If that name kind of sounds familiar to some of you, it should. His father, Nazi Muhammad, played at Kentucky from 1995 through 1998 and was on the 1996 and 1998 national championship teams. Coach Rick Pitino knew Nazi was a project when he signed him and created a JV team for him his freshman season because UK's roster was so loaded. Nazi was way overweight but went to work to change his body, and his sophomore and junior years, he was a big-time player for the Cats and averaged 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 21 minutes per game when UK won the 1998 title. Many thought he made a mistake by leaving UK early for the NBA, but he was the 29th pick in the 1998 draft.
Vought's Views will return in a moment.
As a lending cooperative owned by farmers, Farm Credit Mid-America is committed to securing the future of rural communities and agriculture. That's why our customers have had access to agricultural loans, leases, and crop insurance from a lender who is focused on farmers' futures for over a century. Visit us online at fcma.com to experience what it's like to work with a lender who understands farmers' needs. Loans and leases subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply. Farm Credit Mid-America is an equal opportunity lender and provider.
I know I never thought Nazi Muhammad would have the NBA career he did. He played for 8 different teams and spent 18 years in the league. During the 2001-2002 season, he averaged 9.7 points and 7.9 rebounds per game for Atlanta. But the biggest stat for Nazi is he had over $65 million in career earnings. Today, 45-year-old Nazi is a general manager of the Oklahoma City Blue and a pro scout for the Oklahoma Thunder and continues to add to his pro basketball career earnings.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vaughn Views Mondays through Fridays on the Joe Show at this time at 6:41 in the morning on this Tuesday, August the 29th. A new health study has shown that cardiac health can be attributed to laughter, and that laughter can be very good for your heart. Well, that's going over so well in the cardiology field that many cardiologists and doctors are now pursuing stand-up comedy to try to make their patients laugh so their hearts can be healthier. Check out this new promo for this new show, Last Cardiologist Standing.
Coming to TV, laughter is the best medicine for your heart, and these cardiologists are ready to fill your prescription. It's Last Cardiologist Standing.
Hey, what did the left ventricle say to the right ventricle? I'm pumped.
Watch as these cardiologists try their hand at stand-up comedy.
Hey, did you hear the one about the guy whose blood pumped out from the heart through his veins and back to his heart through his arteries? Quite a medical anomaly, actually. Very strange. Waka waka.
It's Last Cardiologist Standing.
Ever notice how the tricuspid and pulmonary valves serve a slightly different function than the mitral and aortic valves? What's the deal with that?
Don't miss it.
There you go. Last Cardiologist Standing. 6:42 in the morning is the time. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I'm right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Here's Floyd Kramer. Little good news action for you on this Tuesday morning, and here we go. Story number one coming from Idaho, where in July, 16-year-old Austin Spies, who was trailering his horse home from a rodeo, encountered a cattle truck on fire on I-84 near Hammett, Idaho. He quickly took action, riding his horse bareback to make sure the nearly 50 head of cattle were off the truck and safely away from the highway. For his bravery, Spies was later honored by Elmore County Sheriff Mike Hollenshed with a certificate of recognition, though the humble teenager says it was an honor to have had the opportunity to help. Here's a clip of Austin Spies describing what he saw when he decided to use his skills to help.
I pulled up and the whole front of the trailer was on fire and cows running down the interstate, so I figured I had a horse and didn't have anywhere to be, so I might as well help.
There you go. Story number two coming from Arizona, where retired Marine Ariel Cepeda called Ace Home Services for a free AC tune-up through their military members program when the 20-year-old AC air conditioner on his Santan Valley, Arizona home broke down. Now, instead of just tuning up the old system, Ace technicians surprised him by installing a brand new $10,000 unit, saving Cepeda and his family from the extreme Arizona heat. This marks the fourth straight year that the Ace Home Services, a veteran-owned and operated company, has given a free air conditioner to a deserving veteran. And story number three coming from Seattle, where a Seattle 5-year-old, Addison Eddie Jewell, was inspired to help the victims of devastating wildfires in Lahaina, where he visited earlier this year with his family. So he set up a lemonade stand offering various refreshments and toys on the busy street in front of their home, and his mom promoted this on social media. Through sales, online donations, and corporate matches, Eddie was able to raise over $17,000. And that's the good news this morning, folks. A Seattle 5-year-old raises over $17,000 for Maui wildfire victims. An Arizona veteran gifted a new air conditioner as temperatures soar over 110 degrees. And a teenage cowboy herds cattle away from a semi-fire on Idaho's interstate. And that's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. Floyd Kramer, take it away, buddy. It's all yours.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they are offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot Homestyle Buttermilk Biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
The Reds lose again. A fan runs on.
At Daytona, Elliott went down swinging.
I hate it. Can't change it now. We've been trying to fight through it, and we came up short.
But others didn't.
Just a massive weight off your shoulders.
It makes you feel pretty confident as we head into the playoffs.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
How would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right. For about $50 a month, you'll get lightning-fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no upfront costs, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back. But you're going to love it, and you're going to love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. That's less than $2 a day. Call now. 800-748-0593. 800-748-0593. 800-748-0593. That's 800-748-0593.
Usually when the race is over, the number one story is who won. But that wasn't the case as the Cup Series wrapped up their regular season with the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. Going in, it was all about Chase Elliott in a must-win situation to make the playoff. The former champion was in the hunt right down to the finish, but wound up 4th, failing to make the cut.
Look, it sucks, no question. You know, I hate it. I hate the way that it worked out. I can't change it now. We've been trying to fight through it, and we came up short. So that's life sometimes. So I do think we'll be better for this on the other end, somewhere. Like I said, it's a bummer. I hate it. I would love to have a shot at a championship this year, but that's not the way it unfolded, and that's life. All I can do from here is just try to be better for it, down the road, and I intend to do that.
Meanwhile, in winning at Daytona for the first time, Chris Buescher made his 3rd trip to victory lane in the last 5 races.
It makes you feel pretty confident as we head into the playoffs, knowing that, certainly the last, 5 weeks have been massive highlights, but there's been a lot of days and a lot of finishes that I've been very proud of throughout the season. That's what gives me the most confidence heading into the playoffs, is that we're going to be flexible and we're going to be good at lots of different places.
With Buescher winning, that left one position in the 16-driver playoff for somebody to make it on points, and that turned out to be Bubba Wallace.
Just a massive weight off your shoulders. I don't have much emotion. It's just glad to not be as stressed as I was, but now I know we got to ramp it right back up for Darlington, so that's my emotion.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. What, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, over 122 million parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
When the playoff got underway a year ago, Martin Truex Jr. was on the outside looking in. Well, now he's the king of the hill as the Cup Series regular season champion, beating Denny Hamlin by 48 points.
At the beginning of the year, you set out to, be the best. And, for the regular season championship, it's a huge deal. The 15 points that come along with it are really very, very important for the playoffs. So just really proud of my team, thankful, to turn it around from last year missing the playoffs. It's a big deal for all of us.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, presented by eBay Motors. For parts that fit your vehicle, go to eBay Motors and look for the green check. Eligible items only, exclusions apply.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Call for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299 for Danville Auto Body Shop. Partly sunny, a high today of 80, a low tonight 57. Tomorrow, sunshine, a high of 80, low of 54. Thursday, sunshine, 80 and 55. Right now, it's 8:53 in the morning. It's 66 degrees on this Tuesday, August the 29th. 238-9447 is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR. We'd love to have you on the radio on the Joe Show. And let's see what Ricky D's has on his mind this morning. What app we should download in this morning's Planet of the Apps. Take it away, Ricky. Welcome.
Welcome to the Planet of the Apps.
All right, here we go. In today's Planet of the Apps, it's a great check on your fitness, on your pulse. Have you heard of cardio? C-A-R-D-I-I-O. That's C-A-R-D-I-I-O, cardio. Now, you'll understand something. Blood absorbs light. So every time your heart beats, your blood flow to your finger, for example, increases, causing more light to be absorbed. So in between beats, less light is absorbed. And using your smartphone camera to capture any changes in reflected light from your finger, cardio can check your heart rate and your pulse. You don't have to do it with one of these fitness bands or, the watch or whatever. You just do it with the back of your camera. I used it. I downloaded it. It works. Remember the spelling, C-A-R-D-I-I-O. You can see your heart rate. I'm noticing mine right now because I'm talking to you is 73. All right. Cardio, 5-star rated. It's free in the App Store. Download Cardio and get the beat. It is Rick Dees in this molten magma every day. We call it the Planet of the Apps.
Look at that, Rick Dees, the Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays in the Joe Show at this time. Leads us into the Country Comic Spotlight this morning where Tommy Ryman is in the spotlight. Tommy Ryman, who talks about the innovations in pizza delivery and food delivery and how pizza delivery and when you order pizza has come so far. Here's Tommy Ryman in the Country Comic Spotlight this morning.
It's amazing, though, just like technology and everywhere and like the future of what we can do. Like now you can order any food you want and it will come to you. Isn't that amazing? Whatever you want and you just get it. With all the different food order places, you just whatever you want and somebody will bring it to you. It's amazing. Because before, for like 150 years, you could just order pizza. That was the only place that figured out how to deliver food. For some reason, they found the technology early. They were like, yeah, you just put it in a box and then you bring it to the person. And then other food places were like, that'll never work. And then like 2017 rolled around and they're like, oh yeah, you just put it in a box and you bring it to them. It works. Yeah, just don't put the chicken in a pizza box. You just get a different size box. Totally works. But pizza, they're always one step ahead on technology. They always are. They're like, because my favorite place to order from is Domino's. Yeah, I like to order there because they have the pizza tracker. Oh, yeah. The pizza tracker is amazing. They, when you order your pizza, they go, now go check the tracker, and it's just a thing online that just gives you step-by-step instruction of what's happening to your pizza. It's incredible. So you order the pizza, and then you look at the tracker, and it'll be like, John just put the toppings on your pizza. He's pretty excited about it. I'm like, way to go, John. Thanks for doing that. Oh, you're the best, John. And then a little later you check and it'll be like, Luis, just put your pizza in the oven. It's bubbly hot. I'm like, oh, that's fantastic, Luis. Thank you for doing that. I don't know why John could have done that, but I'm glad you're in the game. I'm not going to tell you how to run this business. And then it's like, Sarah's on the way with your pizza. Like, I can't wait to meet Sarah. This is going to be fantastic. I'm going to ask her about Luis and John when she gets here. I really want updates on those guys.
Tommy Ryman in the Country Comic Spotlight, Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the Apps, and a shout-out to bus number 121 this morning. Tim and Pitt are on the roads and getting those kiddos over to Hogsett and Tolliver, and we appreciate the great work that they do in Bus 121. They listen to this show every morning. They're out and about picking those kids up. And kids on 121, listen up. My words of wisdom for you. Do the best work you possibly can. Listen to your teachers, but the most important thing is to be kind to everybody, because there will never be another Tuesday, August the 29th of the year 2023. So make this day pay off accordingly. Hey, coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, at 7:10, we have Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. At 7:20, Danville head football coach Frank Parks. At 7:40, the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. At 7:50, Jenny Holland, Danville City Commissioner, will join us in studio this morning here on The Joe Show to update us on yesterday's Danville City Commission meeting. We're 2 minutes away from news.
Need a change of scenery? Check out Kentucky State Parks. With 45 parks to choose from, there are limitless options. Each park has its own unique features, landscape and resorts, restaurants, campgrounds, and some of the best golf courses around. Pick one that fits your lifestyle and your family. Explore Kentucky Parks. Enjoy fun outdoor adventure without the long lines of many destinations. Book now at parks.ky.gov.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
The annual Labor Day sale is happening this Saturday, 10 to 5, and Labor Day, noon to 5, at the Discount House 2.0 in Danville. Big savings on the big top. Living room suits, $5.49. Entertainment centers, half price. Sofas, just $3.99. Save big on rugs, curtains, candleberry candles, and much more under the big top. Featuring 12 months same as cash. All purchases over $1,000, you get free delivery. Free hot dogs and Pepsi products Saturday, 11 to 2. Don't miss the huge Labor Day sale at the Discount House 2.0 in Danville, South 4th Street, Saturday and Labor Day. Broadcast live Saturday, 11 to 2 on C105.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Pfister Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Lawson's Tractor 2.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock. NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Idalia has now reached hurricane status, the latest from NBC meteorologist Angie Lassman.
As this starts to make landfall as a Category 3, we're expecting 120-mile-per-hour winds by Wednesday at 2 a.m. It gets near the coast into the early morning hours of Wednesday, but you'll start to see some of that unsettled weather, the squally conditions working in with those outer rain bands across the state of Florida today.
The National Hurricane Center says the Category 1 storm is packing, maximum sustained winds of 75 miles per hour. President Biden is urging Americans to speak up because diversity is being attacked.
That America is the most multiracial, most dynamic nation in the history of the world. All of us need to say clearly and forcefully as we can, that hate will not prevail in America.
He made the comments in Washington, D.C. Monday while marking 60 years of the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law. The president noted that domestic terrorism rooted in white supremacy is the greatest terrorist threat we have in the homeland. This comes just days after a racially motivated mass shooting in Jacksonville, Florida, that left 3 black people dead. Earlier in the day, the president and vice president met with relatives of Martin Luther King Jr. Maui Police Chief John Peltier is responding to criticism about barricades that were set up in Lahaina. Some reports say the barricades caused traffic congestion, trapping more people in the town as it burned on August 8th. Peltier says there were barricades, but only in areas where there was already extreme danger. That includes down power lines, which the chief says would have killed people if they drove over them, or fire that had already engulfed the area. Attorneys for the suspect in the murders of 4 University of Idaho students are trying to get cameras out of the courtroom. Lisa Taylor with more.
Brian Koberger's attorneys filed a motion to have the cameras removed because the operator hasn't followed the judge's directions to keep wide shots. There have been multiple close-up shots of Koberger, which the judge noted.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
The Kentucky Community and Technical College System has partnered with Governor Andy Beshear and Team Kentucky to announce the Education First Employer Initiative. Businesses in key sectors include healthcare, manufacturing, skilled trades, and more that have shown commitment to attainable education for their workforce. Will now hold the title of Education First Employer. KCTCS VP of Workforce and Economic Development, Jesse Shook.
Seeing this come to fruition, seeing these employers here today making this commitment, for me, represents the turn into a new era of workforce development for the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Approximately 50 employers from across the Commonwealth form the inaugural cohort. Businesses interested in becoming an Education First employer are encouraged to visit kctcs.edu/EFE, kctcs.edu/EFE to learn more.
More troubles for embattled Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Brian Shook reports.
A group of high-powered attorneys, including 3 former presidents of the state bar, want him disbarred. In a statement, they called his conduct shameful, illegal, and unethical. Paxton's accused of using the power of his office to help a political donor. He was impeached in the State House back in May and now faces possible removal from office if convicted by the Texas Senate. Trial starts next month. I'm Brian Shook.
Simone Biles now holds a record for the most titles won by an American gymnast. Trey Thomas with more.
With her victory Sunday at the 2023 U.S. Gymnastics Championships in San Jose, California, Biles broke a tie with Alfred Jochum, who competed 8 decades ago. Biles still hasn't said if she aims to compete in the 2024 Olympics. I'm Trey Thomas.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Rapper Eminem is objecting to presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy using his music at campaign events. The Republican candidate has made it a practice to use Eminem's song Lose Yourself at events and rap the song himself during an appearance recently at the Iowa State Fair. A spokesperson for the Ramaswamy campaign says they will comply with Eminem's request. A South Carolina minister says he first thought an invitation to preach for King Charles III was a mistake. Tyreek Wynn reports.
Reverend Dr. Richard Gibbons told the state newspaper he received the email invitation in July from someone he went to school with in Scotland. Gibbons told the newspaper he and his wife couldn't tell anyone where they were going or the reason for their trip until after the service on August 20th. He was able to meet with King Charles after the service and said he was surprised at how much the royal knew about Greenville and South Carolina.
Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Hi,
My name is Carol, and I'm a student at the University of Kentucky College of Nursing. Do you work with lawn or agriculture chemicals? Are you sometimes in fields, yards, or gardens where chemicals have been used? Be sure you change your clothes and wash thoroughly before you have close contact with children. Even though you cannot see or perhaps smell the chemicals, they can still be present on you and your clothing. Even a small amount of chemicals can make your child sick. Protect your children from chemical exposure. Keep them away from your soiled clothing.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stuart Powell, we can do business.
Ford Lincoln Mazda.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission is conducting a community survey and hosting a series of meetings in order to update the Boyle County Comprehensive Plan. That plan will help provide a vision for how the community will grow and develop over the next 20 years. You can take that survey online on the City of Danville Facebook page, and you can attend any of the upcoming meetings with 8 of them scheduled. The next one will be Thursday, September 14th at 5:30 at Danville City Hall. The Harrisburg Police Department and Mercer County Sheriff's Office teamed up for a joint investigation which sent 3 people to jail. Early yesterday morning, Harrisburg police executed a search warrant at a home where officers found suspected methamphetamine, fentanyl, THC wax, and a large amount of cash. 3 people were arrested and charged. Harrisburg natives Harold Wayne Moore and Tamara Sumner, as well as Virginia native Michael Owens. All 3 of those individuals were lodged in the Boyle County Jail. Garrett County has passed a new animal ordinance after hearing complaints from residents in the Deer Run subdivision. We told you about this story nearly 2 months ago, an issue that started in March when the city council was presented with arguments that 2 horses kept on land in the Deer Run subdivision were nuisances, as well as potential issues with sanitary conditions, improper care, lack of liability, and safety issues for pets and small children. However, the issue was the vagueness of the ordinance, which could be interpreted differently since everyone has a different definition of what a nuisance is, with the horse's owner saying he doesn't understand how 2 horses could inhibit the daily lives of neighbors. The council has now passed a first reading of this new animal ordinance, slightly altering some of the language that pertains to what a nuisance is and what could lead to the animal's removal. However, the central record reports that the new ordinance only applies to new occurrences and that those people keeping horses within the city limits now wouldn't be subject to it, essentially saying they would be grandfathered in. We told you last week the Danville School Board voted to lower taxes, and now Garrett County has voted to do the same thing as well. At their most recent school board meeting, the Garrett County School Board voted to decrease tax rates. For real estate taxes, it's 64.4 cents, a decrease from 65.2 per $100 of assessed value last year, while personal property was set at 65.9 cents. The Garrett County Central Record says it's the 4th straight year that Garrett County School Board has reduced tax rates. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Time out for sports this weekend with
SportsMap Radio Network
on WHIR AM 1230.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics over at 315 Delahaye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. You get sunshine expected later on today, high of 80. Low tonight, 57. Sunshine tomorrow at 80. Sunshine Thursday at 80. It's 7:10 in the morning. It's 66 degrees in Danville, and we're talking Boyle County Rebel football with Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix. It's brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
And we welcome on to the show Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning. And it is rivalry week as we talk about the Boyle County-Danville game all week long here on the show. And on Tuesdays, we always talk about the opposing team's defense. And, Coach, this is a Danville defense that forced 5 turnovers in a Week 1 loss versus West Jessamine. Didn't do so hot in a Week 2 loss versus Pulaski County. So what do you see out of this Danville Admiral defense that you expect to see here on Friday?
Well, they've lined up some different people at different spots, quite a bit. The more I've watched and trying to get to work on them. Really saw a lot of the Pulaski game last week. Got to go back and watch more of the West Jessamine. What you're doing, they've been in the battles. It looks like, they play really hard. They make plays. Obviously, they turned them over 5 times. They're getting after the ball. And, I know what we've seen, on film and this. I said we're going to get this game makes everybody amp it up a little bit more when you're playing against your neighbor. So I'm sure we're going to get a lot more out of we're going to get everything they have, and it's going to be the same thing vice versa.
Coach, we know on offense that when you get in games like this, there's always some tricks up the team's sleeves. So what would be the equivalent of having a trick up someone's sleeve on defense? Because we know there are trick plays on offense. Is there such a thing as a trick play on defense?
Just some different alignments as far as what people do. Some people are, I go back to there's an even front and an odd front, and I know Coach Parks and any other things he's done, he's been a lot of an odd front. But also when you're in high school, you've got what you got, and you've got to put whatever personnel you can on there that you're putting your best 11, and he's been more of an even front, what he's shown so far against Pulaski mostly, and our offense may be a little more similar to Pulaski than what West Jessamine was. So he could come out and play an even or an odd front and do a few more blitzes, do this, or he could come out and be in an even front. So, those are things that we just got to prepare for.
Coach, I'm sure you saw yesterday the awesome video of one of your former players, Cole Lanter, who's at the University of Kentucky now. Cole passed on some scholarships at other places because he wanted to walk on at the University of Kentucky. He did that, and after, 2 years or so, he got offered a full scholarship there yesterday. They caught it on video with Coach Stoops telling the team, hey, we're going to put Cole on scholarship. You can tell how much the guys love Cole. A great teammate, you can tell, because they all went wild for him. What was your first initial reaction after seeing that video?
Well, actually, Coach Morrow and Coach Stoops FaceTimed me at practice. So we were at practice, and I guess that had just happened. And
wow.
So we got Coach Ray, and all of us got to talk to Cole Lanter, and we talk about it all the time. What a great year Cole had. His senior year, it was probably one of the most dominant. For what he did for our team. Playing receiver, playing free safety, playing both ways, and doing this. He had an unbelievable year numbers-wise and just for the team and being a leader. And he had some other things. And once UK offered preferred walk-on, that's what he wanted to do because he thought he could earn a scholarship, and he did. So, we're proud of Cole.
78 catches, 1,288 yards, and 21 touchdowns his senior year, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, it was I said we moved him around all over the place, and he did he was leading a receiver group that didn't have a whole lot of depth with it, and he also played free safety, he had to make, or he played corner, and we needed their best player covered. So he did a lot of things for our football team. We won a state championship that year. So those are always good. That's great.
Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. Coach, what are you all working on in practice today?
Today's a defensive day, so we'll be working on going against Danville's offense and putting in the game plan, installing, doing everything. It's kind of a quicker week for us since we got done playing. Same thing for them. They played on Saturday night. We played on Saturday night, and now we're going to play on Friday. So it's going to, as a coach, you're always going to feel rushed if you don't have that extra day. So we've got to be ready to go and get our guys going. I don't think this week either team has to do a whole lot of prodding, either coaching staff to get their kids ready, because it's Danville Bowl. It's the rivalry week. Here you get to play against your neighbors, so we're excited for it.
The Rebels and the Admirals, it's a 7:30 kickoff on Friday, a game we'll have right here on WHIR and on WRNZ. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with practice. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning about the Admiral offense, okay?
Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
Yes, sir. Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. Rebels, Admirals, 7:30 on Friday. Right here, you're home for Danville football, WHIR, and then you're home for Boyle County football on WRNZ. We're talking with Danville head coach Frank Parks Jr. He's coming up next. The sports coming your way as well with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. Then we'll talk with Coach Parks and see what he has to say about the Boyle County defense right after this.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy to do business with us. Our team is dedicated to providing you with a hassle-free experience from start to finish. Whether you're in the market for a new vehicle or need to get your current vehicle serviced, we have you covered. Stop by and see how easy we make it at 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville, or anytime at www.stuartpowellford.com.
Stuart Powell, Ford Lincoln Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Former Boyle County All-State receiver Cole Lanter, who was a preferred walk-on at Kentucky, got a surprise after practice yesterday. Head coach Mark Stoops rewarded his hard work and dedication with a full scholarship. Stoops made the announcement in front of the whole team, which responded by surrounding him in celebration. Lanter was known in high school as Waffle House because he was always open. UK opens its 2023 campaign this Saturday when Ball State comes to Kroger Field. Kickoff is set for 12 noon for Wildcat football on Z105. Saturday night, Center College opens its season at home against Hanover at 7 o'clock. Other in-state college action this Thursday as Moorhead at West Virginia State. Friday night, Louisville's at Georgia Tech. Other action Saturday, Eastern Kentucky at Cincinnati and Western Kentucky at South Florida. In baseball last night, San Francisco topped Cincinnati 4-1. The Reds have lost 4 of 5 so far on this West Coast swing. The Giants are now a game ahead of the Reds in the wild card chase, and both trail the Phillies, Cubs, and Diamondbacks, who own those 3 playoff spots today. Other scores from Monday: Braves 14, Rockies 4, Mariners 7, A's nothing, Brewers 6, Cubs 2, Twins 10, Guardians 6, and Yankees 4, Tigers 1. Other NL winners were the Dodgers, Padres, Phillies, and Pirates. Other AL winners were the Astros, Blue Jays, Orioles, and the Rangers. High school football Friday night on Hometown Radio has Danville hosting Boyle County on WHIR-FM and Z105. Mercer County hosts Shelby County on WHBN-FM, and Garrett County entertains Bullitt Central on the Golden Lions live stream at hometownlive.net. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, this is Caraway. And Adeline. At Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check us out. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit. Come see our Nana for the best deal in town. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. Aren't they so sweet? Yes, more than a mattress store. That's living room suits, dining room suits, or just a single recliner. Mattresses and More, Houstonville Road, Danville.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way. Large enough to serve you, small enough to care. Since 1984. ADA. Always on time with our professional team when we show up at your door. ADA. Residential and commercial, day or night. ADAHeatingandAir.com does it right. ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Hey, it's brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Mark or Chris, and they'll give you a free quote. 236-6686. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Partly sunny, a high today of 80. A low tonight, 57. Tomorrow, sunshine, a high of 80. Thursday, sunshine, 80. Friday, sunshine, 85. Right now, it's 67 degrees on this Tuesday, August the 29th, and we welcome onto the show Danville head coach Frank Parks Jr. and his interview brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
And we welcome onto the show Danville head football coach Frank Parks. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Coach. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
All right.
Under the weather, but
yes. You said you're a little under the weather?
Yeah.
It's that time of year. People are getting the sniffles and stuff like that. And, it was 99 degrees last week, Coach, and now it's 65 in the morning. We're like a 35-degree difference from what we had last week this week. But hopefully the weather is going to level out a little bit for us, Coach. And we've got a big game on Friday. It's the crosstown rivalry. It's Danville. It's Boyle County. This is always a fun one, Coach. This will be your first Titletown showdown to coach in. What do you expect to see, Coach, when you get to Admiral Stadium there? Kickoff at 7:30. What's kind of in your mind? I'm sure people have talked to you about it, but what's in your mind? What do you expect to see out of this rivalry game Friday?
Well, with a rivalry like this, I expect to see, most of the town come out and support their programs. You got 2 traditionally rich programs going head-to-head with some outstanding athletes. So, I see a packed house with a lot of excitement.
Yeah, a lot of really good athletes and football players have played in this rivalry game, Coach. On Tuesdays, we talk about the opposing team's defense. What do you expect to see out of Coach Haddock's Boyle County Rebel 11 on defense, Coach?
Well, they are aggressive. I'm saying, like I mentioned previously, we got to do a good job up front. That's where it all starts at. And they got a good front four that we're going to have to make sure we're able to handle up front because, that's where the game is warmed up in them trenches. And we're going to have to make sure we do what we're taught to do and be fundamentally sound when it comes to up front. And, you know, they line back the course pretty good. They good across the board. They got some skilled kids that can cover. So, you know, we're going to have to Coach Fields will come up with a game plan to kind of, you know, neutralize some of the strengths and neutralize some of our weaknesses at this point. So, you know, make sure we're able to move the ball and control the ball.
Yeah, how important is it going to be, Coach, in a game like this where, I mean, you mentioned a little bit yesterday on our Pigskin Report show in our interview, but to hold on to the football and to go on longs or to keep the football away from them. So, I mean, you want to go on long, sustained drives, right? But you also know the longer you have the ball, the more apt something bad could happen. So you want to score as quickly as possible, but you also don't want to get Boyle County the football as well. So got to hang on to the ball. This is a team that's forced 7 turnovers over the first 2 games of the season, Coach. So hang on to the football, I'm sure, is priority number 1 in every game, but particularly in a game like this where this team is very good at forcing turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to, you know, finish off drives, and we got to protect the football because, you know, most games, if you lose a turnover battle, especially by a pretty big margin, then the chances of winning is slim. So we got to make sure we protect the ball and have good drives and come away with some points and you know, put a little, have their offense on the sideline a little while, getting a little antsy, I think is key because, you know, it has a different type of pressure when you can't get in a good flow and a good groove.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk to you about this. Let me ask you this question, Coach. Obviously, you want to score touchdowns. That's the name of the game in football. The longer you have the football on a sustained drive, obviously, is the more chance that something bad could happen because you have the ball longer, right? So you want to score. You don't want to score too quickly, right? Because then your defense doesn't have a rest. So how do you balance that out when it comes to it? Like, you want to score, the defense is on the sideline, they just got off the field, then you run a kickoff back or something for a touchdown. Now the defense is back on the field. I mean, you take the scores as they come, but are there some times where you're almost like, man, I wish we would have kept the defense to give them a breather a little bit longer on the sideline?
Well, the objective is to score. So if we put up points, then so be it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do, regardless of how long the drive is. You want to be able to come away with points. So
yeah.
If it's 2 or 3 plays, you come with points, or you get a special teams return, that's great for the momentum and great for the confidence. So at the end of the day, you got to score points. But you know, that's you also like to take a little time off with the drives, but I'm not opposed to scoring quickly. If we scoring quickly, then, you know, that means we have a success and doing a good job offensively. So I would take that. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I like that quote from you. I'm not opposed to scoring quickly. I'm not opposed to scoring anyway, Joe. I want to score. That's the name of the game. Quickly, slowly, as long as the ball ends up in the end zone. That's what we want. Coach, what are you working on in practice today?
Well, today we'll go over our offensive game plan, also our special teams. We'll do a couple of special teams to make sure we show up some things. And, you know, we'll begin practice a little competition period where we're working on some blocking and tackling, trying to, you know, improve in those areas. So, you know, today we'll come out with the offensive emphasis and make sure we see some things. And if we don't like it, we may scratch it and go to something else. But today is a good offensive work day.
Danville head football coach Frank Parks Jr. Coach, at what point in the week do you all establish, say, your first 10 scripted plays? Would that be today, or is that later on in the week when you see maybe what's working well in practice, or at what point do you do that?
It'll be later on in the week. You know, you go through a little practice script of plays that, you know, that you have came up with, predicated on film and, you know, studying strengths and weaknesses, and then you go out and see how well you execute it, and then, you know, you get to around Thursday, you say, okay, this is going to be, you know, these first 10 plays that, you know, I feel like are great plays, and we got confidence of executing. So, you know, it's a process. You know, we'll go through the first phase of, like I said, watching the film, then, you know, you go practice it and yay and nay it, and then, you know, you come up with the script.
Danville head football coach Frank Parks. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with practice today, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow morning about that Boyle County offense, okay?
All right.
Yes, sir, Coach.
Great one.
Bye. That's Danville head football coach Frank Parks, the Admirals and the Rebels. It's a Friday night 7:30 kickoff If you're a Danville fan, you can listen right here on your home for Admiral football. It's WHIR 103.9 FM. If you're a Boyle County fan, you can listen to the Big Daddy. Call it on our sister station, Z105. WRZ-FM, your home for Boyle County Rebel football. 22 state championships combined between the two schools, and a Titletown showdown coming up Friday. We'll have it on the Hometown Radio Network, and our coverage begins at 6 o'clock that evening. The Zaxby's High School football preview show is back this Friday. For the first show of this 2023 season, the Danville Family Dentistry High School Fantasy Football Draft is back as well, and we are happy to be back on the air with that. So coverage starts at 6 o'clock on Friday right here on WHIR and WHBN in Harrodsburg. It's 7:30. K&N News is coming your way right now, and we have the County Agents Corner brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. That's coming your way as well at 7:30 this morning. 7:40, it's the County Agents Corner.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg is wanting changes after a downtown shooting over the weekend. Greenberg is asking for state lawmakers to give the city more power when it comes to gun control restrictions. 2 people died after being shot early Sunday morning. Meanwhile, the Alcoholic Beverage Control has ordered an emergency suspension of the liquor license of the Louisville Restaurant and Lounge, which was the scene of that double fatal shooting this past weekend.
It's an investigation that determines whether or not criteria has been met that this location is a threat to public safety. It is obviously my belief, or I wouldn't have made the referral, that this location poses a threat to public safety.
Brad Silveria telling WOKY-TV the ABC has had eyes on that Southern Restaurant and Lounge since July after it received a complaint about a large gathering there. A man faces a decade behind bars in connection with the death of a 4-year-old in an ATV incident. 26-year-old Benjamin Purvis pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter and was recently sentenced to 10 years in prison. Purvis took 4-year-old Bentley Beza out in an ATV last fall while under the influence before losing control of the vehicle. Friday night at Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the Jeff Brom Louisville Cardinals era begins. The former Cards QB takes the head coaching reins, leading the Cards to take on Georgia Tech. There's a new quarterback, too, 6th-year senior Jack Plummer, who played at California and Purdue.
Jack's done a really good job. He's got game experience. He's played a lot of football. He wants to win. I think just, with anybody, you got to get your quarterback to relax. You got to get him in a rhythm early. You got to get him feeling good about seeing things well and boosting his confidence and, get him off to a good start.
I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Now available at Farmers National Bank, free checking and a free gift. Simply open a new Farmers National Bank personal or business checking account and receive a free gift. Minimum required deposit is only $50. We make the process fast and easy. Call 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our 12 convenient locations. Farmers National Bank, with locations in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Perryville, Stanford, Liberty, and Middleburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville County Planning and Zoning Commission is conducting a community survey and hosting a series of meetings in order to update the Boyle County Comprehensive Plan. That plan will help provide a vision for how the community will grow and develop over the next 20 years. You can take that survey online on the City of Danville Facebook page, and you can attend any of the upcoming meetings with 8 of them scheduled. The next one will be Thursday, September 14th at 5:30 at Danville City Hall. The Harrisburg Police Department and Mercer County Sheriff's Office teamed up for a joint investigation, which sent 3 people to jail. Early yesterday morning, Harrisburg police executed a search warrant at a home where officers found suspected methamphetamine, fentanyl, THC wax, and a large amount of cash. 3 people were arrested and charged: Harrisburg natives Harold Wayne Moore and Tamara Sumner, as well as Virginia native Michael Owens. All 3 of those individuals were lodged in the Boyle County Jail. Garrett County has passed a new animal ordinance after hearing complaints from residents in the Deer Run subdivision. We told you about this story nearly 2 months ago, an issue that started in March when the city council was presented with arguments that 2 horses kept on land in the Deer Run subdivision were nuisances, as well as potential issues with sanitary conditions, improper care, lack of liability, and safety issues for pets and small children. However, the issue was the vagueness of the ordinance, which could be interpreted differently since everyone has a different definition of what a nuisance is, with the horse's owner saying he doesn't understand how 2 horses could inhibit the daily lives of neighbors. The council has now passed a first reading of this new animal ordinance, slightly altering some of the language that pertains to what a nuisance is and what could lead to the animal's removal. However, the central record reports that the new ordinance only applies to new occurrences and that those people keeping horses within the city limits now wouldn't be subject to it, essentially saying they would be grandfathered in. We told you last week the Danville School Board voted to lower taxes, and now Garrett County has voted to do the same thing as well. At their most recent school board meeting, the Garrett County School Board voted to decrease tax rates. For real estate taxes, it's 64.4 cents, a decrease from 65.2 per $100 of assessed value last year, while personal property was set at 65.9 cents. The Garrett County Central Record says it's the 4th straight year the Garrett County School Board has reduced tax rates. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Most people think water pollution is an industrial problem, but it's also a household problem. When you allow hazardous chemicals, paint, or even pet waste to wash down the storm drain, it goes directly into our water. That makes a huge mess today, and an even bigger mess for our kids to clean up tomorrow. It's time we all did our part to protect Kentucky's water. To find out how you can help, visit stormwater.ky.gov. Brought to you by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at the Big Deals online store. Go to hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses and big-time discounts. Save up to 50% every day. The Big Deals online store. Go to hometownlive.net. Sunshine, a high of 80, a low tonight 57. Sunshine tomorrow, high of 80. Sunshine Thursday, high of 80. Sunshine Friday, high of 85 at 7:38 in the morning. And it is 67 degrees Tuesday, August the 29th. And Tyler Miller joins us this morning from the Lincoln County Extension Office. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, Joe. Good morning to you.
Yes.
We're all right this morning.
You just woke up, Tyler. You doing all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm all right. I feel a little under the weather, but, you know, it's just a slow, droggy morning, I guess you could say.
You're the second consecutive guest I've had on, Tyler, that said they're not feeling well, that they're under the weather. I had Coach Parks on, who said he not feeling too great. Have you on saying not feeling too great. Well, Tyler, we want to make you feel the best we possibly can. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose you, Tyler, but I can tell you we're going to make you feel the best we can this morning on the radio, okay?
There we go. That's what it's all about.
There you go. The County Agent's Corner brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Tyler Miller.
Well, this morning we're going to talk about delivering a backwards calf. And, fall cows are now calving. And in a normal position, when the calf is backwards, the hind feet often will protrude from the vulva. Occasionally, a frontward calf will be sideways or upside down with the legs twisted. So an experienced individual should confirm the calf's presentation before they ever start pulling. But here's a few keys to help you get a backwards calf out. Pull gently until the hips are free and the rib cage is safely through the cow's pelvis. Once hips are clear of the vulva, hurry the calf out, but not so quickly as to risk injury to the cow. Do not pull too forcefully because that potentially can crush the calf's rib cage. Now, if the calf is large, it may take more than one person or a mechanical puller to deliver the animal. 2 average-sized men is all the pressure that should be applied, and a mechanical puller can't put a lot of pressure on a calf, so care must be taken not to pull too fast, especially when first easing the hips through. Now, some backward calves might seem dead at birth, might have glassy eyes or kind of a blue tinge, but you need to feel behind the front leg on the animal's left side to check for a heartbeat. You can stimulate coughing by sticking a clean piece of straw up one of the calf's nostrils. If the animal is unconscious, blue, and will not cough, you may have to implement artificial respiration. Now, that may keep the calf alive. You're going to be putting oxygen into its system to revive the animal. You can hold the calf's mouth closed, cover one nostril, and gently but steadily blow a full breath into the other nostril until the chest wall rises. Then let the air escape on its own before blowing in another breath. And keep breathing for the calf until it can breathe for itself. And that's your Tuesdays County Agent's Corner. God bless you.
There you go. Tyler Miller with the Lincoln County Extension Office and this morning's County Agent's Corner. All right, Tyler, before you go, I've got some random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
Let's hear them now.
All right, here we go. Fact number 1, Tyler. eBay originally launched in 1995 as a site called Auction Web because the word eBay was short for Echo Bay Technology Group. eBay then was the parent company of 4 sites: Auction Web, a travel site, a personal shipper site, and a site about the Ebola virus. The others didn't get traction, and the media kept referring to Auction Web as eBay. So the company made the name change official in 1997. There you go. Number 2, the submarine was invented during the Civil War by an engineer for the Confederacy named Horace Hunley. And he died in 1863 when he was testing one and it sank. Well, at least he went down with his invention.
Yeah, no kidding.
The submarine was sinking and he went down with it, boys. Number 3, the defrost setting on your microwave doesn't use a different wattage or type of energy. It just alternates between 100% power and 0% power. It goes back and forth so it doesn't cook it all the way through.
Huh.
You'd think you could just put it on 50% power for the entire time instead of just alternating between 100 and 0. But that's not the way it does. Number 4, Long Island, New York is legally considered a peninsula, not an island. But Long Peninsula, New York just doesn't sound right.
No, no.
And number 5, the color mauve was discovered by accident. A chemist saw a purplish magenta color when he was trying to make a medicine to treat malaria in 1856 and realized it would be a great dye, and that's where the color mauve comes from. Tyler, have you heard of the color mauve, M-A-U-V-E?
No, that's a new one on me.
It is a pale purple color named after the mallow flower, discovered by a guy experimenting and using medicine to treat malaria. Mauve. There you go, Tyler. Appreciate you being on. You feel a little bit better. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
All righty.
All right, Tyler. Bye. Tyler Miller with the Lincoln County Extension Office in this morning's County Agent's Corner. Hey, coming up, we have Jenny Holland, Danville City Commissioner, Mayor Pro Tem. She's on here, and a lot of big news coming from the Danville City Commission. We'll talk with Jenny about that coming up next.
When 2 flavors collide, the result is something magnificent. Co-starring chocolate alongside peanut butter. The Peanut Butter Crunch McFlurry. Vanilla soft serve with crispy cereal mix and chocolatey peanut butter cookie pieces. Critics are giving this 5 stars.
I'm a critic, and I give this 5 stars.
See? Told you. And I'm using a movie trailer voice, so you know it tastes good. The Peanut Butter Crunch McFlurry, rated T for tasty, at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school football Friday night. It's Boyle County versus Danville. 7:30 kickoff. A game you'll hear on the Boyle County broadcast on Z105 and the Danville broadcast on 103.9 FM WHIR. Garrett County host Bullitt Central. 7:30 kickoff Friday. We'll have that on hometownlive.net and delayed on Z105. And Mercer County hosting Shelby County Friday night 7:30 on 99.5 FM WHBN.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Former Boyle County All-State receiver Cole Lanter, who was a preferred walk-on at Kentucky, got a surprise after practice yesterday. Head coach Mark Stoops rewarded his hard work and dedication with a full scholarship. Stoops made the announcement in front of the whole team, which responded by surrounding him in celebration. Lanter was known in high school as Waffle House because he was always open. UK opens its 2023 campaign this Saturday when Ball State comes to Kroger Field. Kickoff is set for 12 noon for Wildcat football on Z105. Saturday night, Center College opens its season at home against Hanover at 7 o'clock. Other in-state college action this Thursday as Moorhead at West Virginia State. Friday night, Louisville's at Georgia Tech. Other action Saturday, Eastern Kentucky at Cincinnati and Western Kentucky at South Florida. In baseball last night, San Francisco topped Cincinnati 4-1. The Reds have lost 4 of 5 so far on this West Coast swing. The Giants are now a game ahead of the Reds in the wild card chase, and both trail the Phillies, Cubs, and Diamondbacks, who own those 3 playoff spots today. Other scores from Monday: Braves 14, Rockies 4, Mariners 7, A's nothing, Brewers 6, Cubs 2, Twins 10, Guardians 6, and Yankees 4, Tigers 1. Other NL winners were the Dodgers, Padres, Phillies, and Pirates. Other AL winners were the Astros, Blue Jays, Orioles, and the Rangers. High school football Friday night on Hometown Radio has Danville hosting Boyle County on WHIR-FM and Z105. Mercer County hosts Shelby County on WHBN-FM, and Garrett County entertains Bullitt Central on the Golden Lions live stream at hometownlive.net. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hey guys, life is too short for department store jewelry. You can get quality with great savings at B&L Jewelers. Now you know, if you get her that hollow illusion diamond ring from the department store, she will have tears, all right. But they are not tears of joy. They will be tears of disappointment. Make sure the tears you get will be remembered for a long time to come as the best gift ever. This is Lauren. Here at B&L Jewelers, we know that love is special, and we cherish it dearly. That's why we have the best selection of jewelry in 5 counties just for you. Did you know that here you can have value without giving up quality? That's right, you can. We have quality jewelry that will fit any budget. We make it work for you very easily. We offer several financing options. As always, we offer 12 months same as cash, free layaway for 6 months with a small down payment. Plus, you get a free lifetime guarantee on all diamond jewelry purchases, free sizing, free lifetime jewelry inspection and cleaning, free jewelry appraisal. So, if that special someone is really special, come see us at B&L Jewelers, where we can make those tears of joy. B&L Diamond Jewelers, Danville Manor Shopping Center.
At Cartown Kia, we're the home of the $88 down delivers when you shop our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. Like this 2015 Kia Optima, this 2019 Hyundai Accent, or the 2014 Audi Q5. Your choice, just $88 down and $249 a month. Shop and save with confidence at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Example, 2015 Kia Optima, 2019 Hyundai Accent, and 2014 Audi Q5. Only select in-stock makes and models with approved credit. $88 down payment, $249 per month plus tax, title, license, and dock fees. Subject to prior sale. Price may not include dealer-added options. See dealer for details.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Join us for our annual Customer Appreciation Days extravaganza, Friday, September 8th and Saturday, September 9th. We will have 20% off store-wide, food, samples, and free gift basket giveaways. At the Danville Nutrition Center, we value our customers and want to celebrate you. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. See ya September 8th and 9th.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, then, brought to you by ADA Heated and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. ADA Heating and Air. Cloudy skies right now. Some sunshine expected later. Rain well south of us down in Pulaski County. A high today of 80, a low tonight of 57. 80 tomorrow is the high with 54 the low. Thursday 80 and Friday 85 for the Titletown Showdown, Danville and Boyle County. And speaking of Danville and the city of Danville, we have Danville City Commissioner and Mayor Pro Tem Jenny Holland in studio. Good morning, Jenny. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. Doing great. Great.
Appreciate you being on here this morning. The second and fourth Mondays of the month are the Danville City Commission meetings, which means the second and fourth Tuesdays. Jenny Holland joins us and updates us on what happened at the City Commission meeting yesterday, and a lot of big news to talk about, Jenny, and we'll let you kind of take it from here with some big news for us.
Yeah. Let's see. The very last item was probably one of the biggest news items. We have a new Parks and Rec director hire.
Parks and Rec director, okay?
Yes. It's Mr. Barton out of Muhlenberg. Parks and Rec, Muhlenberg County.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you say it, right?
Yes, Tommy Barton was hired as the new Danville Boyle County Parks and Rec director. Again, as Jenny said, he comes from Muhlenberg County. And do you have any information on Tommy?
I have a little bit.
Okay.
A lot of it was more in private, so I'll wait for the announcement. However, I do want to reiterate it was a very big group effort.
Okay.
And by contract, city and county and the Parks and Rec Committee all participate. So county judge is on the hiring committee, some city staff, the city engineer, and also the chair of the Parks and Rec Committee is on the hiring committee.
Okay.
So it was nationwide search, very big group effort, and I think we're excited to welcome Mr. Barton here. He has a lot of years of experience.
Good. Was there a lot of interest in the job?
There was. I was really surprised, around 50 applicants. So
Wow.
It was very,
So in terms of the time it took, I mean, you start off with 50, which is a large pool of applicants. Then you have to continue to narrow it down until you get to the finalist, quote unquote, for the job. So that's why from the start to the end, it took a little bit of time because there was a lot of people to go through.
They did a lot of different levels, and this group really did a lot of work. Yeah, because this is an important job, and it's growing in our community for all ages, and we want someone with a lot of experience. Building things from the ground up.
Yeah. So he was the former director at the Parks and Rec of Muhlenberg County, and again coming here to Danville and Boyle County to take the job. So that was officially announced last night. So do you know when he starts officially?
That was not given.
Okay.
That was not given. So
sometime soon.
Yeah,
they gotta sign the contract and all that. But excited about that. Tommy Barton again is the new Danville Boyle County Parks and Rec director, and I've heard just from seeing on social media good things about him. Apparently, people are really impressed by Mr. Tommy Barton. So we're excited to have him in this area and look forward to having him on the show when the time comes and he's officially here to get him to introduce himself to our listening audience. That'll be a lot of fun.
That'll be great. We'll be ready to welcome him in Danville.
Good stuff. Yes, ma'am. What else is going on, Jenny?
Well, the chili cook-off, you probably know Wilderness Trail. They're going to put up a banner. It's going to be September 23rd. So, chili for fall.
Okay.
Have you been, Joe?
I've not, no.
Okay, it's a good fundraiser. I learned to limit myself. Just have a little bit at each one.
Yeah, there's a lot of chili there, right? You can't go hog wild at all of it.
You can't just eat it all.
Yeah.
That's true. There's always a reminder every month. Water bills are due the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
No cutoff, so he said last night until the last Thursday of the month.
Okay.
But just to let people know, every 10th.
The 10th of every month, and then again, no cutoff until the last Thursday of the month. So even if times are tough or you're behind on the bills or what it may be, you still have some time to be able to get that paid until the water cutoff comes that last Thursday of the month.
That is correct.
Okay,
what
good.
I got written down. Yeah. And then another community activity. This Thursday is Overdose Awareness Day, and there's an event at the county extension.
Okay.
You've probably been talking about that.
Yes,
so that's
yeah.
important. That's important. So the Safe Haven box has arrived.
Okay.
And
actually texted you about this last week, and so it's arrived here in town now. So tell us what the Safe Haven baby box is.
Well, a parent who's not prepared can surrender their child to a Safe Haven box, and it's temperature controlled. 911's alerted. The baby will be attended to within a minute.
Okay.
A couple minutes, yeah. It's going to be put at a fire station, number 2. Some very kind, a couple donated it. It was like $20,000.
Wow.
And had to be special made. So it took several months to make it. But there's, no charges. The baby is cared for. They work with adoption agencies. So this is a good service for a crisis pregnancy surrender.
Yes.
In a safe manner.
It's a win-win-win for everybody.
Right.
I mean, this gives a chance for a baby to have, a second chance and go to a family that'll love and care for the baby. And it's provided from a private donor, right? So there's no tax dollars coming out of this. This is a private couple that said, hey, we believe that this is so important. We want to donate whatever, $16, $17, whatever the $1,000 it was to get this. So now it has to be installed, right?
Right, and it's going to be at the fire station, too, on the bypass.
So it'll just be like sitting there in the wall of it? Or
yeah,
okay.
It goes into the wall, temperature control.
Mm-hmm.
Open it, it alerts 911, which is 24/7, as well as the fire department's 24/7.
So as soon as someone opens the box, it alerts 911?
Well, as soon as the baby goes in.
Okay,
I'm not an expert, but...
Yeah, someone come by and clip it or open it or not knowing what it is, like it's a mail drop slot or something like that. So place the baby
once the baby's in there, it alerts. So no one has to make a call. It's all automatic.
Okay.
Automatic. So I'm glad about the service.
Yes, yeah.
Very glad about the service. So, Michael Smith Park is going to have some upgrades.
Okay.
And we had to redo what we were thinking of doing. What the citizens asked for had been millions, $2.4 million. So that was not in budget. So we had to redo, and there's going to be a water feature.
Cool.
New playground equipment, under budget. So I'm excited when we can get some more parks things at the south side of town and walkable, and another water feature because it's so popular having
splash pad is crazy there on Lexington Avenue, and that's one of those things where you all being the city had opened it back up last week because of just the heat. You opened it back up. You're just like, hey, look, we understand it's miserable outside. The splash pad, we've been working on it, but we're opening it back up because we got to have some sort of relief from the heat. So it was open last week, and we appreciate you all doing that for people. So, well, good stuff. Jenny, seemed like a very productive meeting. Again, if you missed the beginning of this segment, Danville and Boyle County have hired their new Parks and Recreation Director. His name is Tommy Barton. He is the former Parks and Rec Director from Muhlenberg County. And we are excited to welcome Tommy into the Danville-Boyle County area and as one of our neighbors. And we're again, very excited for this hire. Heard a lot of great things about Mr. Tommy Barton. So should be a lot of fun with him in the future, and look forward to talking to him here on the show. Jenny, if people have any questions for you, how can they get in touch with you?
Please get in touch with all of the commissioners at City Hall 238-1200, and each one of us has an email. Mine's jholland@danvilleky.gov, so it's the first initial and last name of each commissioner at danvilleky.gov, and we're all here to hear from you.
There you go. That's Danville City Commissioner and Mayor Pro Tem Jenny Holland. She's on every second and fourth Tuesday at 7:45, 7:50-ish or so here on The Joe Show. Jenny, appreciate you being on.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
Absolutely. It's 7:58 in the morning, and we got to go for lunch to Melton's Deli in Danville. Grab ourselves a sandwich for lunch a little bit later on this afternoon. Melton's number 1 at 247 East Main and number 2 at 995 Ben Ally Drive. And we're going to have the hot mammy for lunch today. Lean roast beef, melted cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, red onion, spicy mustard, and their famous Dijon horseradish sauce. sauce on your choice of bun, though they do suggest the toasted onion bun. The Hot Mammy is number 3 on the Melton's Daily Menu. Tell them you heard him this morning on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville. News Talk Sports. Coming up at the 8 o'clock hour, we've got Colleen from the Boyle County Public Library. We have Randyisms. Randy Graham at 8:20. 8:40, James the Gardener. Dusty's on here in the 9 o'clock hour at 9:10. And at 9:35 this morning, either Ann Yeager or Mary Stiff Hamlin joins us for Stiff Funeral Home and Tuesdays with Stiff. We are 60 seconds away from Top Hour News.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
Rock icon Ann Wilson of Heart. This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Time is running out for millions in Florida ahead of what's expected to be a major hurricane. Natalie Rodriguez in Miami.
Idalia is a Category 1 hurricane this Tuesday morning. The National Hurricane Center warning that the storm could be a Category 3 by the time it reaches Florida tomorrow. Kevin Guthrie, Executive Director of the Florida Division of Emergency Management, warns up to 12 feet of storm surge could prove to be the biggest threat in parts of the Gulf.
That is going to move furniture in your house. That is going to move your vehicle. You do not want to be in your home when that stuff is being moved around. It could pin you against the wall. You can drown. You could die from blunt force trauma.
Power companies are bracing. Duke Energy has 4,500 workers from the Midwest on their way to Florida. Crews from Florida Power and Light are also standing by.
Former President Donald Trump will be arraigned in his Georgia election interference case next week. More from Mark Mayfield.
A Fulton County Superior Court judge has scheduled the arraignments for all 19 co-defendants in the case for September 6th. Trump will be the first to be arraigned at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. He will then be followed by the 18 other co-defendants in 15-minute increments. Trump and the 18 other co-defendants face charges over alleged attempts to overturn Georgia's 2020 election.
President Biden is focused on issues impacting Americans, even as House Republicans plot an impeachment inquiry for him. Speaking in a White House briefing, Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said Biden is working on addressing the Jacksonville shooting over the weekend.
A white gunman went on a shooting rampage at a store near historically black university and killed 3 black individuals.
The president is also working on Hurricane Idalia as well as Maui wildfires and education post-COVID. She said Biden is interested in working in a bipartisan way, even as House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says an impeachment inquiry is a natural step forward. Jean-Pierre called McCarthy's moves baseless political stunts. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
What does the Affordable Connectivity Program sound like? It sounds like a student doing their homework online.
So if X equals 4...
A young mom on her telehealth visit.
I have your results. Let me share my screen.
And someone working from home.
Thanks for letting me join virtually.
Eligible households save $30 a month on internet. Like the sound of that? The ACP. Sign up, connect, and save at getinternet.gov.
The Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that helps all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them, an equal opportunity employer, MFD.
Donald Trump is seeing a small decrease in support for the Republican presidential primaries after skipping the GOP debate, while Nikki Haley's support is increasing.
Tyreek Wynn with more.
That's according to a new Emerson College poll. It found that half of Republican primary voters say they plan to vote for Trump, compared to over half at 56% saying the same in pre-debate polls. Trump's current 50% support is the lowest to date in an Emerson College poll. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley had the biggest uptick in support after the debate, jumping from 2 to 7%. I'm Tyreek Wynn.
Most of the Earth is experiencing the effects of climate change this summer. That's according to Marshall Shepard, the director of atmospheric sciences for the University of Georgia. He tells the Augusta Chronicle that at least 81% of the world's population was exposed to at least one day of intense heat. Shepard says this puts more people at risk for heat-related illnesses or even death. Elton John is recovering after a fall at his home in Nice, France. Representatives for the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer say he was taken to the hospital as a precautionary measure, but was discharged Monday and is back at home. The 76-year-old was treated for minor injuries. Sir Elton has been spending time in France with his family after finishing his Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour last month. Sam Levinson and The Weeknd's HBO series The Idol is being canceled after just one season. A spokesperson for HBO said after a lot of thought, the network creators and producers have decided not to move forward with the second season. The decision comes after both viewers and the creators questioned if the storyline had the potential to continue. The controversial show's first season ended after just 5 episodes, shortened from 6. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
Local high school football at Hometown Radio Network.
This is Gary True, voice of the Mercer County Football Titan. Listen to every game on WHBN.
This is Scott Bowen, voice of the Garrett County Golden Lions. Hear the games on Z105.
This is Joe Mathis, voice of the Danville Football Admirals. Listen to every Admiral game on AM 1230 WHIR.
This is Steve Bertram inviting you to join us for Boyle County High School football on Z105.
All games streamed live at hometownlive.net.
Good morning to you. It's Tuesday. It's August the 29th. That's 8/29/23 on our calendar. And a day where we get cloudy skies and a high today of 80. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here right now. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission is conducting a community survey and hosting a series of meetings in order to update the Boyle County Comprehensive Plan. That plan will help provide a vision for how the community will grow and develop over the next 20 years. You can take that survey online on the City of Danville Facebook page, and you can attend any of the upcoming meetings with 8 of them scheduled. The next one will be Thursday, September 14th at 5:30 at Danville City Hall. The Harrisburg Police Department and Mercer County Sheriff's Office teamed up for a joint investigation which sent 3 people to jail. Early yesterday morning, Harrisburg police executed a search warrant at a home where officers found suspected methamphetamine, fentanyl, THC wax, and a large amount of cash. 3 people were arrested and charged. Harrisburg natives Harold Wayne Moore and Tamara Sumner, as well as Virginia native Michael Owens. All 3 of those individuals were lodged in the Boyle County Jail. Garrett County has passed a new animal ordinance after hearing complaints from residents in the Deer Run subdivision. We told you about this story nearly 2 months ago, an issue that started in March when the city council was presented with arguments that 2 horses kept on land in the Deer Run subdivision were nuisances, as well as potential issues with sanitary conditions, improper care, lack of liability, and safety issues for pets and small children. However, the issue was the vagueness of the ordinance, which could be interpreted differently since everyone has a different definition of what a nuisance is, with the horse's owner saying he doesn't understand how 2 horses could inhibit the daily lives of neighbors. The council has now passed a first reading of this new animal ordinance, slightly altering some of the language that pertains to what a nuisance is and what could lead to the animal's removal. However, the central record reports that the new ordinance only applies to new occurrences and that those people keeping horses within the city limits now wouldn't be subject to it, essentially saying they would be grandfathered in. We told you last week the Danville School Board voted to lower taxes, and now Garrett County has voted to do the same thing as well. At their most recent school board meeting, the Garrett County School Board voted to decrease tax rates. For real estate taxes, it's 64.4 cents, a decrease from 65.2 per $100 of assessed value last year, while personal property was set at 65.9 cents. The Garrett County Central Record says it's the 4th straight year that Garrett County School Board has reduced tax rates. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Hey, it's brought to you by our friends over at Cowell Collision Center in D-Town. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver take your vehicle to the experts, Brent and Devin. At Cowell Collision Center, Lebanon Road in Danville. You get cloudy skies today, a high of 80, low tonight 57. May see a little sunshine later on. Tomorrow you get sunshine, a high of 80. Thursday, sunshine and 79 is the high. Football Friday, Danville and Boyle County on Friday. Sunshine, high of 85. Right now it's 8:11. It's 66 degrees, and we have got, I believe it's Colleen with the Boyle County Public Library. Is that right, is Colleen?
It's me. Hi,
hello,
Joe.
hello. How's Colleen doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Appreciate you being on here, Colleen. You update us every Tuesday about the Boyle County Public Library, so give us our weekly update, Colleen. What do you have?
Well, I'm excited to tell you about a couple of things that are coming up. I've mentioned the Spark exhibit before, but I want to specifically tell people about the innovation station that we're creating in the library to go along with it. So as part of the exhibit, we are turning one of the rooms upstairs on the 5th floor into what we're calling an innovation station for all ages. So it will be like a mini maker space where people can come in and do creative things, and the people who are putting it together are putting a lot of creative energy into making sure it'll be really fun for people of all ages. So I want to encourage people to come use that when the exhibit opens beginning on September 9th, and put it into their schedule to come look at it when it opens.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I just want to highlight a couple of the newer programs that are coming up beginning after Labor Day next week. So Storytime is undergoing a makeover. We're adding the baby Storytime that I think I mentioned last week, which is going to be Tuesdays at 10 o'clock. And then the Storytime, regular Storytime, is going to have both a morning and an afternoon session on Wednesdays. Mornings will be at 10:30, and the afternoons will be at 12:30 on Wednesdays. And that is so children who are in preschool and their families in the mornings will have an afternoon option to come and participate in Storytime.
Great.
And then I also want to celebrate that last Saturday we had about 150 Center College students come as part of Delve into Danville, and we were really excited to welcome them to the community.
Yeah, got to check out the library for the first time, huh?
They did. We did tours and gave them some swag, and we were really glad to meet a lot of library cards, and we were really glad to have them.
Awesome stuff. We're with Colleen from the Danville Boyle County Public Library. She's on every Tuesday morning here in the show to update us on what's going on at the library. Colleen, anything else to let us know about?
Not today. Next week we'll have more, because this week we're still prepping up for beginning our programming again in September.
Okay, good stuff. Colleen, what's the phone number if people have any questions for you?
859-238-READ or 7323.
There you go, 238-READ or 238-7323. Colleen, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday, okay?
Okay. Have a great week. Thanks,
yes, ma'am.
Joe.
You too, Colleen. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Colleen Hall from the Danville Boyle County Public Library at 8:13 in the morning. 238-WHIR, the phone number to call in. Hey, the federal criminal trial of Donald Trump will begin March the 4th of next year. March the 4th of 2024. And we already have audio of what this will probably sound like when he goes to trial in March of next year.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Judy presiding.
What's your first name?
Donald.
Tell me your last name.
Trump.
What do you want?
I want everybody to stop persecuting me. I won the election fair and square. Sleepy Joe is the fake winner, and I did nothing wrong.
Oh, I don't believe a word of that.
Why not? I'm innocent, and I'm only 215 pounds, and I just shot a 67 on the golf course.
I don't believe a word you say. You're full of baloney.
You're full of baloney. And so is the special prosecutor. And you know what? I'm leaving, and I'm never coming back.
That's fine.
Wow, called my bluff. Trump 2024.
All right, let's see what's going on in the Sort of Sports Report. With a decisive 109-81 win over Greece yesterday, Team USA is advanced to the second round of the FIBA World Cup. The final Group C action for Team USA will be tomorrow when they take on 0-2 Jordan. From there, second round action will begin on Friday. Currently, Team Canada is seen as the biggest threat against Team USA winning the tournament, with Team USA getting odds of minus 145 and Team Canada at plus 350. The next closest, Australia, at plus 1100. Hey, a decision is expected this week regarding the potential expansion of the ACC. According to sources, there's continued momentum toward the ACC adding Stanford, Cal, and SMU into the roster of schools. Currently, the additions are only in pencil, but things are trending in the direction of the presidents and chancellors voting in favor of the moves. In the NFL, as of Sunday, Kansas City defensive holdout Chris Jones had already accrued fines of $1.8 million. Jones is currently in the midst of a contractual stalemate with the Chiefs as he seeks a new deal on par with the likes of the Rams' Aaron Donald, who's currently making $31.7 million. The Chiefs are thinking more along the lines of current market value, which is $23 to $25 million. Jones didn't report to training camp on Tuesday, which means Chiefs brass has some decisions to make as to how to prepare for the possibility of Jones missing regular season action, and the absence of a player of Jones's caliber will indeed be noticed. That's what's going on in this morning's Sort of Sports Report. We have more sports coming up right now on The Joe Show with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. The Big Daddy.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Former Boyle County All-State receiver Cole Lanner, who was a preferred walk-on at Kentucky, got a surprise after practice yesterday. Head coach Mark Stoops rewarded his hard work and dedication with a full scholarship. Stoops made the announcement in front of the whole team, which responded by surrounding him in celebration. Lanner was known in high school as Waffle House because he was always open. UK opens its 2023 campaign this Saturday when Ball State comes to Kroger Field. Kickoff is set for 12 noon for Wildcat football on Z105. Saturday night, Center College opens its season at home against Hanover at 7 o'clock. Other in-state college action this Thursday as Moorhead at West Virginia State. Friday night, Louisville's at Georgia Tech. Other action Saturday, Eastern Kentucky at Cincinnati and Western Kentucky at South Florida. In baseball last night, San Francisco topped Cincinnati 4-1. The Reds have lost 4 of 5 so far on this West Coast swing. The Giants are now a game ahead of the Reds in the wild card chase, and both trail the Phillies, Cubs, and Diamondbacks, who own those 3 playoff spots today. Other scores from Monday: Braves 14, Rockies 4, Mariners 7, A's nothing, Brewers 6, Cubs 2, Twins 10, Guardians 6, and Yankees 4, Tigers 1. Other NL winners were the Dodgers, Padres, Phillies, and Pirates. Other AL winners were the Astros, Blue Jays, Orioles, and the Rangers. High school football Friday night on Hometown Radio has Danville hosting Boyle County on WHIR-FM and Z105. Mercer County hosts Shelby County on WHBN-FM, and Garrett County entertains Bullitt Central on the Golden Lions live stream at hometownlive.net. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Oh, it is so true. A nasty car don't run good. You want to make sure you get your car running great by looking great. Go to Thoroughbred Car Wash off Perryville Road, Danville. Your car will love you for it. Nothing better than a clean car from Thoroughbred Car Wash, Danville.
At the car wash. Working at the car wash, yeah.
That's Thoroughbred Car Wash in the Big Lot Shopping Center.
Do you own a business? If so, save money and time with Farmers National Bank's free business checking. You receive 1,000 free monthly transaction items, free online banking, free bill pay, free e-statements. Plus, you get a free gift at account opening. Call us at 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our convenient locations for assistance. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. $50 minimum deposit at account opening. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris, and they'd love to give you a free quote, 236-6686. You get cloudy skies, partly sunny at times today as well, a high of 80. A low tonight, 57. Tomorrow, sunshine, a high of 80. Thursday, sunshine and 79 is your high. Right now, it's 8:21 in the morning. It is 66 degrees, and we have Randy Graham in studio. The thoughts of Randy Graham. These are Randy Graham's thoughts.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. And you know why it's a great day, Joe? Because it's your perpetual 29th birthday. Happy birthday, Joe in the Know. Hey, Joe, have you ever noticed some things are said so well there's no better way of saying it? Yeah, kind of like happy birthday. Like the lyrics in the song describing Marilyn Monroe. She lived her life like a candle in the wind. I mean, pure poetry. No better way of describing her life. Or Winston Churchill's quote, "The truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it. Ignorance may deride it. But in the end, there it is." You know, this comes to mind with yesterday being the 60th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. When he stated, and I quote, "I look to the day that my children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." I wonder how Dr. King would think we're doing today, when liberal progressives keep trying to divide us by skin color and pronouns. I mean, as a Baptist preacher, I believe he'd probably quote the Bible, like the book of Genesis, male and female created he them. And whether agreeing or not, if God said it, that settles it. You know, dear old Dad coached one of the first integrated schools in Georgetown, Kentucky. and why it's ironic that liberal progressives in education today, instead of talking integration, promote separation, while in the process degrading the words and dreams of Dr. Martin Luther King. Got thinking of this, Joe, from all things, of week 2 of high school football being in the books. Of course, being the voice of the Danville Admirals as well as alumnus, I know this past weekend was a disappointing loss in the Pigskin Classic at Admiral Stadium. However, across town in the Transfer Bowl, there were 2 great games at Rebel Field, with the Franklin County Flyers and my beloved Boyle County High School Rebels, R-E-B-E-L-S, Rebels, coming out on top, which was my prediction and hope for both games, both speaking emotionally and logically. Because my roots go back to Franklin County, where dear old Dad grew up, where after coaching basketball at good old Boyle County High School, would move back to Frankfort and become state representative and mayor there after retiring from the Department of Education. Matter of fact, cousins played and coached at Franklin County, one serving on the school board, so family runs deep. Even my sister-in-law was a cheerleader for the Flyers, graduating with former Danville football coach Sam Harp, who Admiral Field is named after. Matter of fact, Coach Harp introduced my brother and sister-in-law to each other one summer when Coach Harp and my brother became friends, both playing college football at the time. By the way, my brother's team, the Harrison County Thoroughbreds, won this past weekend as well. Yeah, Thoroughbreds, a bunch of stallions and fillies, just like our listeners. I mean, with a mascot name like Thoroughbreds, you would think they deserve to win, wouldn't you? I mean, even left-leaning liberal loons who know nothing about football would have to be in favor of a Thoroughbred victory, since the only time they seem to show a passion for sports is when mascot names happens to be offensive to their way of thinking. But thinking how liberal progressives keep trying to divide us through fear over fact and emotion over logic, I wondered how, using their logic, they would have predicted the victors in the Transfer Bowl, Rebel Bowl, according to mascots' names. Because I believe they would have also chosen the Franklin County Flyers and Boyle County Rebels over the Bryan Station Defenders and that Lexington school that calls itself Christian, the LCA Eagles. Yeah, hypocrites, Joe. 5 times their players in the second half fell to the ground over cramps, causing official timeouts to the point questionable whether they were trying to buy time in order to rest and receive instruction from their coach. Now, would you call that following Christian principles? Of course, their offensive coordinator was Paul Raines. And one of their recruits, transfers, in disgust threw one of our Rebels to the ground out of bounds in such a harsh manner, a personal foul was called. Now, I ask you, is that Christian? Yeah, the hypocrites. But I digress to the logic of how liberal progressives would use mascot names to predict the football outcomes in the Whitaker Bank Transfer Bowl. Rebel Bowl. Now, the first game was the Flyers of Franklin County versus the Defenders of Bryan Station. Now, Joe, a flyer is a bird, but not just any bird. No, it's an eagle, our national bird that was once in the threat of extinction, placed on the endangered species list, and against the law to kill, unless done so by windmills used for electricity, promoted by the loony left, and as such, fines were exempt for the so-called greater good. But the eagle, so majestic, it's rightfully represented as America's mascot as well. Now, did you know eagles can fly at the height of 10,000 feet at 60 miles an hour, but from that height still have the eyesight to see an animal running along the ground? Just like America, who can fly high enough to spit in the teeth of any enemy, but with the eyesight and compassion to look down and lift up a hurting neighbor. Yes, the eagle. Now, what is a defender? The founding of Lexington, Kentucky was around Bryant Station, and Bryant Station defenders were predominantly descendants of white Europeans who were defending against Indians indigenous to America. Yes, the red man. And although anyone born in America is native, to the loony left, that title only belongs to the indigenous, outside of Senator Elizabeth Warren. And although Kentucky was only a hunting ground and not populated by Indians, it was a sacred hunting ground. So they attacked Bryant Station, and the defenders killed the indigenous people. Therefore, in the minds of the left, victory should go to the Flyers. However, since the flyer is a national bird, an emblem of America, whose founding they criticize and sits on a flagpole they refuse to stand at attention to, the victory should be a close call. And it was. Franklin County Flyers 17, Defenders 10. Now, in the second game of the Transfer Bowl, Rebel Bowl, Joe, there goes my Hall of Fame award. My beloved Boyle County Rebels went up against the hypocrites of that Lexington school that calls itself Christian. Now, in this contest, the left had a real battle with the minds in choosing winner, but that's why they've created such places as safe spaces to sort it all out. Now, the Rebels come from the name rebellion, first called such by the British when American patriots rebelled against the British Crown, who the loony left sided with, and were called Loyalists or Tories back then, favoring a British monarchy that abused freedoms in the same way Tories or liberals do today, while finding their home in the Democrat Party, and still trying to take away our liberty. And later the rebel name was given to the South in the Civil War for their rebelling or leaving the Union. But the South at the time was controlled by Democrats, and the North by Republicans like Lincoln. And such was the embarrassment because the Southern government supported slavery. Democrats today feel compelled to cancel out the rebel name from existence, such as their guilt and hypocrisy. Therefore, Boyle County should lose. However, they're playing a school that calls themselves Christian, that doesn't allow broke woke mentality to be taught. No, your children and grandchildren can't use the same bathroom as dudes who call themselves dudettes because it goes against their religion. And even though their mascot is an eagle that doesn't poop on anyone's head, no, LCA leaves that for their administration controlled by their donors. And in spite of being hypocrites, making them kindred to the loony left, and being wolves in sheep's clothing, Christian is too strong a title for victory. Therefore, since the Southern rebels were Democrats, the Boyle County rebels should have won. And they did, in a close one. The rebels 52, the LCA Eagles 44. Yes, predictions according to the rationale of the loony left. Which brings me back to Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. As shared previously, Dad coached one of the first integrated schools in Kentucky in Georgetown. Now, Lexington Dunbar was an all-black school like Danville Bait and didn't integrate until later. And Dad told me about watching Dunbar in the state basketball tournament, coached by S.T. Roach, a World War II veteran. Like Dr. King, a great man, mentor, and coach, who had his players dressed sharp and who stood at attention when the national anthem was played. But the officiating in this one game was so bad and racial against Dunbar that Dad, sitting with his best friend, Coach Bobby Barlow, who at the time coached against his crosstown rival Scott County. But the officiating was so bad he could not take it any longer and got up to leave. But in spite of the unfairness, Dunbar fought back, where the majority of white fans began cheering for Dunbar, and Dunbar would win on a last-second midcourt shot. Now, why did the predominantly white crowd in the time of racial segregation cheer for the Dunbar team? Because the fans were judging them not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. In time, a lesson that would permeate the nation and fulfill Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. And it could be even better, provided the loony left doesn't get in the way.
Randy Graham, the thoughts of Randy Graham. Those are Randy Graham's thoughts Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville. It's bottom hour, 8:30. News coming your way right now. It's just started.
If you're sick and covering coughs and sneezes, the CDC reports a similar trend across the country. Among the agencies investigating the aftermath of the fatal mass shooting at a Southern restaurant and lounge in Louisville is the Department of Alcohol Beverage Control. Brad Silveria tells WOKY-TV.
You don't have a right to sell alcohol in Kentucky. It's a privilege, and that privilege can be taken away, and that's my job.
Silveria says the ABC has been watching the establishment closely for the past month, and it's believed the weekend's shooting came as the business was set to have its lease expire August 31st. The Muhammad Ali Center is a bravery of injured Louisville Metro Police Officer Nick Wilt. Wilt received this year's Kentuckian of the Year award for protecting his community. The rookie cop was injured earlier this year during the Old National Bank shooting in downtown Louisville. When the Kentucky Wildcats football squad takes to Kroger Field Saturday against Ball State, they'll be led by NC State transfer sixth-year senior Devin Leary at quarterback. Head coach Mark Stoops.
You know, he's a guy with good experience. He's a guy that has a good understanding of coming into a new team and a new role and a new locker room and earning those players' trust and belief in him and not trying to force his way or just talk about it.
I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way. Large enough to serve you, small enough to care. Since 1984. ADA. Always on time with our professional team when we show up at your door. ADA. Residential and commercial, day or night. ADAheatingandair.com does it right. ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Hi, I'm John Welsh. Lease a new 23 GMC Acadia for only $359 per month for 24 months. $38.84 plus first payment and taxes due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock $23,368. Must be GM Lease Loyalty. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville County Planning and Zoning Commission is conducting a community survey and hosting a series of meetings in order to update the Boyle County Comprehensive Plan. That plan will help provide a vision for how the community will grow and develop over the next 20 years. You can take that survey online on the City of Danville Facebook page, and you can attend any of the upcoming meetings, with 8 of them scheduled. The next one will be Thursday, September 14th at 5:30 at Danville City Hall. The Harrisburg Police Department and Mercer County Sheriff's Office teamed up for a joint investigation which sent 3 people to jail. Early yesterday morning, Harrisburg police executed a search warrant at a home where officers found suspected methamphetamine, fentanyl, THC wax, and a large amount of cash. 3 people were arrested and charged: Harrisburg natives Harold Wayne Moore and Tamara Sumner, as well as Virginia native Michael Owens. All 3 of those individuals were lodged in the Boyle County Jail. Garrett County has passed a new animal ordinance after hearing complaints from residents in the Deer Run subdivision. We told you about this story nearly 2 months ago, an issue that started in March when the city council was presented with arguments that 2 horses kept on land in the Deer Run subdivision were nuisances, as well as potential issues with sanitary conditions, improper care, lack of liability, and safety issues for pets and small children. However, the issue was the vagueness of the ordinance, which could be interpreted differently since everyone has a different definition of what a nuisance is, with the horse's owner saying he doesn't understand how 2 horses could inhibit the daily lives of neighbors. The council has now passed a first reading of this new animal ordinance, slightly altering some of the language that pertains to what a nuisance is and what could lead to the animal's removal. However, the Central Record reports that the new ordinance only applies to new occurrences and that those people keeping horses within the city limits now wouldn't be subject to it, essentially saying they would be grandfathered in. We told you last week the Danville School Board voted to lower taxes, and now Garrett County has voted to do the same thing as well. At their most recent school board meeting, the Garrett County School Board voted to decrease tax rates. For real estate taxes, it's 64.4 cents, a decrease from 65.2 per $100 of assessed value last year, while personal property was set at 65.9 cents. The Garrett County Central Record says it's the 4th straight year the Garrett County School Board has reduced tax rates. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school football Friday night. It's Boyle County versus Danville. 7:30 kickoff. A game you'll hear on the Boyle County broadcast on Z105 and the Danville broadcast on 103.9 FM WHIR. Garrett County host Bullitt Central. 7:30 kickoff Friday. We'll have that on hometownlive.net and delayed on Z105. And Mercer County hosting Shelby County Friday night 7:30 on 99.5 FM WHBN.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's ADA Heating and Air. You get cloudy skies. A high today of 80, low tonight 57. Sunshine tomorrow, high of 80. Sunshine Thursday, and a high of 79. Right now it is 8:37 in the morning. It is 66 degrees here in Danville. 238-9447. 238-WHIR, the phone number to call in this morning. We'd love to have you on the radio. Let's see what Wedding Planning with Pim has on her mind today. Pim Pfister-Clark.
Hi, I'm Pim Pfister-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. As you begin the journey of planning your wedding, it will be helpful to find out what kind of bride you're most likely to be. As a little girl, what was your favorite way to play dress up? In a bride costume? Did you borrow your mom's lace camisole or your grandma's lace doilies? Did you take toilet paper and pin it to your hair as a makeshift veil that flowed to the floor? When you fantasized about your perfect wedding, did you imagine your big day being fit for royalty, a lovely family gathering, or barefoot on a beach or on a mountaintop? A romantic and intimate experience? Now that you are a bride-to-be, what would you say is your dream wedding? A big stylish black tie affair? An experience with just your nearest and dearest? A romantic or exotic setting? Or someplace simple, not too frilly and not too much to manage? Now that you can actually get the wedding dress of your dreams, what kind are you most likely to go for? The most stylish? The dress that makes you feel most glamorous or most comfortable? Something that matches the mood? Something unbride-like perhaps? A nice suit? What do you find yourself obsessing most about? The way the wedding will look or how you'll look to others? My love note for today: begin your wedding research by first looking within yourself for the kind of wedding you want. Then research websites to pull it all together.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Hi, I'm Brent Blevins, Public Health Director for your Boyle County Health Department. The health and safety of our residents is of great importance to me. Each year, lives are lost due to lung cancer, many of which are preventable. That is something that I would like to see change. Lung cancer deaths associated with smoking and exposure to radon gas are considered by the Environmental Protection Agency as the foremost contributing factors in causing lung cancer. This is where the Boyle County Health Department can help. We have smoking cessation classes beginning often, and the entire program only lasts 13 weeks. Imagine how much better you can feel in just a few short weeks. Also, our environmental staff has information on radon indoor air mitigation systems that can greatly reduce the risk of radon gas in your home. For more information on either of these programs, contact your Boyle County Health Department at 859-236-2053. Thank you.
Republic Services of Kentucky offers a single source solution for all of your disposal needs, servicing residential, commercial, and industrial customers with offerings that include recycling and other disposal options. You have enough to worry about on a daily basis. Leave waste disposal to Republic Services. They'll handle it from there. For a quote or to discuss services, reach out to republicservices.com or give them a call at 859-263-2000. 263-2000.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
At Linex of Danville, we offer an undercoating that protects your vehicle against road salt and gravel, which helps prevent rust, prolong the life of your vehicle. Along with the rust inhibitor, gives your vehicle total rust protection. Call for a free quote at 859-209-4033 or stop in and see us at 935 Stanford Road in Danville.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
All right, 8:42 in the morning. It is Tuesday. It's August the 29th. We're going to see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food, where, ladies and gentlemen, you can just eat it. Here we go. All right, the Big Dinner Box from Pizza Hut is returning just in time for the start of the 2023 football season, and this year fans have a choice of traditional or boneless wings. The Big Dinner Box available in 4 configurations, each of which features pizza, breadsticks, and a choice of wings or oven-baked pasta. Here are the new choices of Pizza Hut's favorites in the Big Dinner Box options. Pizza, a pair or trio of medium, rectangular, thick crust pizzas with a choice of 1 topping on each. 8 boneless wings or 6 traditional wings, top of the knee of Pizza Hut's 10 signature wing sauces. Oven-baked pasta, picked from creamy Alfredo sauce, Italian meat sauce, or veggies, topped with grilled chicken. And breadsticks, signature breadsticks with a side of marinara sauce for dipping. Hey, if you're all in on the pumpkin craze, here's another treat for you. Dairy Queen has brought back their pumpkin pie blizzard. The tasty treat features real pumpkin pie pieces and the brand's signature vanilla soft serve topped with whipped topping and a dash of nutmeg. It's available for a limited time right now, the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard. And Chick-fil-A expanded its milkshake line with a caramel crumble milkshake. It was tested in Salt Lake City as the Butterscotch Crumble Milkshake back in 2021, but after some tweaks, it's been renamed and ready to go. It features creamy butterscotch caramel flavors blended with Chick-fil-A Ice Dream with Blondie crumbles and comes topped with whipped cream and a cherry. You can enjoy the treat beginning on Monday. And IHOP has announced the first ever biscuit menu with new buttermilk biscuit options described by the chain as sweet and savory. The breakfast biscuit sandwich, a buttermilk biscuits filled with 2 fried eggs, American cheese, 2 strips of hickory smoked bacon, and cheese sauce, served with a choice of 2 buttermilk pancakes, hash browns, or seasonal fresh fruit. The chicken biscuit sandwich is a buttermilk biscuit filled with buttermilk crispy chicken breast, hash browns, pickle chips, and a country gravy. You got the fresh strawberries and cream biscuit, the fresh strawberries and cream biscuit combo, the buttermilk biscuit and gravy combo, and the buttermilk biscuit at IHOP. So IHOP doing things with a new buttermilk biscuit they have. You've got Dairy Queen with their new pumpkin pie blizzard. You got Chick-fil-A with the caramel crumble milkshake. And you have Pizza Hut with a Big Dinner Box. And that's what's going on in this morning's World of Food Grub Gab, where you can just eat it. It's 8:45 in the morning. We got a phone call. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Am I on the radio?
You're on.
It's Tuesday.
Yes. It is Tuesday. What can I do for you?
Well, darn it, I thought you'd do the thing like you do for Mr. What's his name?
I don't know I don't know. Mr. What's his name? Who are you talking about?
Hey, you know the little boy that calls in. The radio kid.
Oh, Miles. Oh, Miles Bell. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Miles calls in and says it's Friday.
Miles.
Yeah, Miles calls in and says it's Friday. Yeah, you call in and say it's Tuesday. Okay.
Come on, you're the birthday guy. You're 34 today, and I'm gonna bake you a cake. What's your favorite cake you like?
There you go.
Happy 31st birthday. What's your favorite cake?
My favorite cake?
I'm a cake baker. You just gotta come and pick it up. I don't have no wheel.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm a big strawberry fan, but I didn't remember who you're talking. I'm 34. I'm losing my memory here. That's why I didn't know who you were talking. I'm getting old. I didn't know who you were talking about. I'm losing my memory. That's what happened.
Well, you better get your memory back. And what's your favorite cake?
Yeah, there you go.
It's the best.
Yeah, I said I like strawberry. I'm a strawberry cake guy.
Well, all right. Strawberry with strawberry icing?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Well, all right. I've never made one, but it's a first for everything, right?
There you go. We'll put your baking skills to the test.
Ready.
All right, appreciate you calling in.
What is your birthday plans? I got to ask that question too.
Well, I don't know. I think we're celebrating tomorrow because my son's got baseball practice today, so we got that tonight. So tomorrow the schedule is more clear and free, so I think we're going tomorrow.
Okay, another question. What's his position out there on the field?
Well, he's only 6. He's only 6 years old, so they don't really have positions right now. We kind of rotate him in different places and let him play different positions.
Well, absolutely. How's he doing with it? What is it, T-ball or what?
No, it's coach pitch. He's out of T-ball now. It's junior coach pitch. So the coach pitches to him and they hit it.
Where do they play at?
They play at Millennium Park.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
I bet he keeps you rocking, don't he?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he keeps me busy. Absolutely does.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And your wife too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome movement.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you calling in. You have a great morning, okay?
Well, get this just move me off the phone, Joe. That's really nice.
Yeah. Well, I got James the gardener in studio waiting for his segment. Yeah. All right, Amy. Appreciate it.
And remember, I called you.
I will. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. Appreciate
you.
that. Bye.
Bye-bye.
There you go. It's 8:47 in the morning. Yeah. Kicking her off the phone. We got James waiting. James got to give his gardening segment in here. What's going on with James today?
Let's see here. Well, the weather's going to be good.
Feels great.
You know, I feel this breeze behind us where the window's open.
The magic window.
It feels like there's a fan on my back.
I know. It's awesome.
So that feels pretty good.
Hey, before you get into this, James,
Yeah.
we do have to make this official.
Okay.
It's not official till we hear this.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way.
Boom, 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 boom,
yes, we're
boom.
gardening with James the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
Well, I just couldn't grab onto that rock, could I?
It just couldn't hold on to it.
We got out of church on Sunday, and Jack said, hold this.
Okay.
And I said, okay. And he gave it to me. I said, what is this? He said, it's a rock.
Yeah.
Well, duh. What do you have this little rock for? So I just put it in my pocket, and then later on I had to come to the radio station that day, and it was still in my pocket.
Right.
So now I have Jack's rock here in studio.
All right.
What's the purpose of it? I have no idea.
He just wants you to have that rock.
I guess it's a lucky rock. I don't know.
Hey, that.
Let me put it up to the live stream to show everybody my lucky rock. There it is.
Yep.
Look at that. That's got luck written all over it.
All over it.
I mean, I'm feeling better already today just holding it.
Go, Jack, go.
All right, James, what's up?
Speaking, of like say Jack and people I hadn't seen in a while.
Mhm.
I actually got to see John yesterday. John Wyatt.
John Wyatt, okay.
Yeah, I spent probably like maybe half hour, 45 minutes with him.
Okay.
Hadn't seen.
And you had enough of him after that, huh?
I hadn't seen him probably in almost maybe 3 or 4 years.
Okay, so you said I'll see you again in 3 or 4 years for another half hour.
He's cool. He's a little crazy, but he's cool. But yeah, I got to see John yesterday, and I forgot to tell him that we still play that jingle every, with WHIR.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a good guy. But let's see what else is going on. Oh, so as far as the boxes we had at KSD, they've now been moved over to Centenary Methodist Church, who accepted them with a smile on their face and with no limitations, no nothing. Told them, that they can come and work on it any time that they have time.
Okay.
So that was a real blessing there, because otherwise we was going to be stuck with 5 boxes with no place to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that worked out real well. So now we're working with most to go, to get the soil delivered, and they'll still have time to put some fall vegetables in and get that started. And one thing I like about Centenary's church is, well, they start off by digging 3/4 of an acre up. That's quite large for me. I'm a 20 by 20 man, right?
Yes.
So 3/4 of an acre. So, when the first time I went over there, they had maybe 19 to 20 spots for the community. And when I went over there this time, the lady tells me that they now have about 44, 45 community spots for people to grow food. Some people have more than one spot.
Okay.
And it has grown tremendously. They've done a great job over there making sure that food gets to the people who needs it and making it available for the community. So thumbs up to them.
There you go, Gardening with James. Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can hear him right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville, News Talk Sports. James, appreciate it.
Not a problem.
All right, James, let's see if you'd buy this product.
Okay.
Like running these things by you, see what you think about these things.
Okay.
Pumpkin spice latte and cappuccino and coffee season, all that's on us, right? Pumpkin spice season.
Okay.
But this is maybe even more exciting, James. Now a totally different orifice can enjoy all those fall flavors.
Okay.
Pumpkin spice butt wipes are a thing. You let me finish.
Lord have mercy. Go ahead.
Pumpkin spice butt wipes are now a thing that exists, James. A company called Dude Wipes is making them. So it's like wipes for dudes.
Well, Dude Wipes I've heard of.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I get
But they're
that.
not calling them pumpkin spice. They're calling them dumpkin spice, like dump.
Dumpkin spice.
According to the description, they're designed to, quote, keep your butt cozy with a pumpkin spice-inspired mix of clove, nutmeg, and other fall scents. They posted a picture of a pumpkin with a date 9/5/23 carved in it, so we're guessing that's when they officially drop, but you can already buy them on Amazon. It's actually something Dude Wipes joked about a few years back. They posted a fake photo of pumpkin spice butt wipes in 2019. I guess corporate decided the world was finally ready for the real thing this year.
Right.
2023, James, the year you can buy pumpkin spice butt wipes.
I probably will not.
I was going to ask, what do you think about that? You just pass?
I'll pass.
You'll pass. You'll pass a lot of things, but you ain't going to use it using pumpkin spice butt wipes.
I am not going to buy.
That's not how you're going to finish passing, is with pumpkin spice butt wipes.
No, I'll pass.
If you want to, you can buy them on Amazon right now. I'm going to click on this link, see what they look like here. They come in packs of 3, a 3-pack of Dude Wipes Dumpkin Spice with clove, nutmeg, and other fall stuff. But they're not using the word stuff. They're using another S word.
Right.
Extra large Dude Wipes, Pumpkin Spice Butt Wipes. You can buy them now on Amazon. They'll come out officially on the website on September the 5th. All right, James, 8:54 in the morning. We'll step aside, come back, and see what's going on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Okay, James?
Yes, sir.
Coming up next.
This is Jesse Johnson, Senior Vice President of Whitaker Bank's newest branch, located in downtown Danville at 218 West Main Street. Whatever your banking needs, Whitaker Bank is here to help. Give us a call at 859-236-9822 to discuss your options and let us put our experience in customer service to work. We look forward to speaking with you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here. Are you frustrated with your current job? Want to get that promotion but you don't have a college degree? Then go to Essity.com. We're hiring 25 new machine operators starting at $19.38 an hour. Is work-life balance important to you? Well, we have 12-hour shifts. You can work 90 nights, work 90 days, and then you're off 180 days during the year. That's with no required OT. Essity, ESSITY.com.
The annual Labor Day sale is happening this Saturday 10 to 5 and Labor Day noon to 5 at the Discount House 2.0 in Danville. Big savings on the big top. Living room suits, $5.49. Entertainment centers, half price. Sofas, just $3.99. Save big on rugs, curtains, candleberry candles, and much more under the big top. Featuring 12 months same as cash. All purchases over $1,000, you get free delivery. Free hot dogs and Pepsi products Saturday 11 to 2. Don't miss the huge Labor Day sale at the Discount House 2.0 in Danville, South 4th Street. Saturday and Labor Day. Broadcast live Saturday 11 to 2 on Z105.
Kentucky has one of the most expansive state park systems in the nation. For decades, the parks have been bringing people together for family reunions, fishing, hiking, and a wealth of other activities. What's your favorite memory of a Kentucky state park? Unfortunately, it takes more than governmental support to keep the parks vibrant. The Kentucky State Parks Foundation raises money to create educational programs for elementary school kids to connect them with nature, handicappable hiking trails, and the preservation of historical artifacts. Make a tax-deductible donation online at KentuckyStateParksFoundation.org.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Hey, it's brought to you by Cowell Collision Center in D-Town. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver take your vehicle to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Cowell Collision Center, Lebanon Road in Danville. Cloudy skies right now, James. Should be some sunshine a little bit later on. High today of 80, low of 57. Tomorrow, sunshine at 80. Thursday, 79. Friday, 85. It's 8:56 in the morning. It's 66 degrees right here in Danville. And let's see, James, what's going on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B, okay?
All right.
All right, starting off on this date in music history, back in 1945, Chris Copping was born. Chris Copping, you may not recognize the name, but you probably recognize the name of his band. A group called Procol Harum. And the 1967 top 5 hit, A Wider Shade of Pale.
We skip the
One of the few singles to have sold over 10 million copies is this one right here. Also scored the hits Hamburg and Conquistador. Chris Copping from Procol Harum, born on this date, 1945.
The crowd called out for more.
It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1958. This singer and songwriter was born in 1958. Michael Jackson, the most recognized entertainer of all time by Guinness World Records, went ahead of birthday today. The music videos for Beat It, Billie Jean, and this one, Thriller, are credited with breaking down racial barriers and transforming the medium into an art form and promotional tool. His 1982 album, Thriller, which you're hearing right now, the best-selling studio album of all time. Jackson died in June of 2009 at the age of 50 after suffering a heart failure incident at his home in Beverly Hills. Michael Jackson, born on this date, 1958. And James and Dusty in here doing the Thriller dance. It was on this date, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1964. This song was released in the United States on this date, 64. Roy Orbison's song, Pretty Woman. The title was inspired by Orbison's wife, Claudette, interrupting a conversation to announce that she was going out. When Orbison asked if she was okay for cash, his co-writer, Bill Dees, interjected, "A pretty woman never needs any money." And that's where the song Pretty Woman comes from. Right. On this day, 1964, Roy Orbison released this one in the U.S. Pretty woman, walking pardon the reed, pretty woman, I couldn't help but see, pretty woman, and you look lovely as can be. And it was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1987. This song, which later became just a viral trend, actually recently, with the dance he does in it. The Rick Roll. Rick Astley's debut hit, Never Gonna Give You Up, started a 5-weeker at number 1 on this date, 1987, became the biggest-selling single in 1987, and the song won the Best British Single at the 1988 Brit Awards. On this date, 1987, Rick Astley was Never Gonna Give You Up. And that's what's gone on this date, August the 29th. In music history, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Our top hour news is coming your way right now, and Dusty has the Kentucky Music Preview after that.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Hurricane Idalia is barreling toward Florida. Rory O'Neill with the latest.
In less than 24 hours' time, Idalia is expected to intensify from a Category 1 hurricane with 75-mile-per-hour winds to a major Cat 3 storm with winds of 120 miles per hour. Storm surge is a major concern as the system could push 4 to 7 feet of water into Tampa Bay. Weather advisories are also being posted along Florida's Atlantic coast all the way up to the Carolinas.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is calling up the National Guard as the hurricane takes aim at the Sunshine State. The Tampa International Airport closed just after midnight. The airport expects to reopen Thursday morning but could stay closed longer depending on just how hard the storm hits. Former President Trump is scheduled to be arraigned in his Georgia election interference case next week. A Fulton County Superior Court judge has scheduled arraignments for all 19 co-defendants in the case for September 6th. The University of North Carolina confirms a faculty member was killed after a shooting on campus Monday. Trey Thomas reports.
Police say they have a suspect in custody, but are not releasing a name or possible charges.
This loss is devastating, and the shooting damages the trust and safety that we so often take for granted in our campus community.
Earlier reports indicated the shooter was a grad student. The shooting took place in a laboratory and triggered a 3-hour lockdown.
Classes are canceled for today. A judge in Illinois is rejecting a motion to dismiss criminal charges against the father of the man accused of staging a deadly mass shooting at Highland Park's Independence Day parade last year. The Daily Herald reports that the ruling means Robert Cimino Jr. will face trial in November on 7 counts of reckless conduct. The defendant is accused of helping his 19-year-old son, Robert Cimino III, gain a firearm owner's identification card, even as his son threatened violence. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
This is Kentucky, where the only thing ordinary is the unexpected.
I got everything you need.
Horse country, legendary distilleries, rivers to paddle, lakes to splash and relax. Big city vibes and small town charms. This is Kentucky. Come see for yourself. Plan your road trip at KentuckyTourism.com.
I got everything you need. I heard about something called the Affordable Connectivity Program. It helps people save money on internet.
Where did you hear that?
On the internet.
I don't have the internet, but I'd like to.
You should apply to see if you're eligible. You could save $30 a month.
What's it called again? I want to sign up.
The Affordable Connectivity Program, or the ACP.
Get the internet you need for work, school, healthcare, and more. Sign up, connect, and save at getinternet.gov.
It could be a year or longer before National Transportation Safety Board investigators figure out exactly what caused the deadly crash of a Broward, Florida Sheriff's Air Rescue helicopter. Aviation attorney John Gagliano says all signs point to mechanical failure.
You can tell that because there was smoke coming out of the helicopter, and then it looks like there was a loss of tail rotor effectiveness or a problem with the tail rotor that causes helicopters to spin.
He says once that happens, there's really nothing a pilot can do. The electronic data recorded in the cockpit, air traffic control communications, and position data will all need to be analyzed before the exact cause is revealed. 3 Marines injured in the Osprey crash on Sunday in Australia are still in the hospital, and the 3 Marines killed have now been identified. Jack Cronin with more.
The Marines say 17 service members have been released from the hospital, and 2 of the 3 still receiving care are recovering. The 3rd is in critical condition. NBC News says the 3 Marines killed were 21-year-old Corporal Spencer Collart of Virginia, Captain Eleanor LeBeau of Illinois, and Major Tobin Lewis of Colorado, the unit's crew chief, pilot, and executive officer, all based in Hawaii. The Marine V-22 Osprey crashed on Melville Island in Australia Sunday morning during a multi-nation training exercise.
That 200-year-old West Point time capsule, open Monday, that turned out to be a bust. Mark Mayfield explains.
The small lead box found in May in the base of an 1829 monument was met with great fanfare. What could be in it? Medals? Money? Musket balls? As it turned out, nothing. Nothing but silt, according to the scientist who examined the box. But he promised to sift the silt and to look further to determine what, if anything, had been in the box.
And the Department of Transportation is hitting American Airlines with the largest ever fine for keeping passengers waiting on the tarmac. It's an over $4 million fine. The longest reported delay was over 6 hours. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
In terms of polls, this is pretty interesting. Biden's favorability rating is now sunk to a 31%, a new ABC News poll. 31%? I mean, now we're heading into Chris Christie territory. Latest poll, 31% of adults said they have a favorable view of Biden. That's why I would be on get rid of Biden watch as it relates to the Democrats. I'm telling you, this is very real. Pay attention. 3 new polls showing Donald Trump defeating Biden in 2020. Emerson has a hypothetical matchup between Trump and Biden, 46-44 Trump, 10% undecided, with Green Party candidate Cornel West added to the ballot. It's 44 Trump, 39 Biden, 4 West, and 13 undecided.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Hun, we need to stop putting off getting life insurance.
I know. It's just been so busy, and I'm sure the cost is out of our budget.
Well, Jen told me that they got a $500,000 term life insurance policy from Ethos for less than $23 a month. All online with no complicated forms and no medical exam. All they had to do was answer a few health questions.
Wait, no medical exam and all online?
I know, right? It's not easy to think about, but if something happened to you, James and I would be...
Okay, I get it. Let's get a quote from Ethos right now. Wow, you were right. There's no medical exam, and Ethos makes the whole online process fast and easy. And look at these rates and coverage options. It's great protection and totally fits our budget.
Ethos. They've removed all the barriers from getting coverage. Go to checkethos.com to get your free online quote. That's checkethos.com. Quote based on a healthy, non-smoking 30-year-old male with a 20-year term policy. Rates may vary.
All right, friends, help me out. I'm looking for this new place in Nicholasville. They have REC 90 ethanol-free gas. Plus, I love bringing home their Broasters fried chicken. It's a family treat. What's the name of this new cool place? Dang, it's on Highway 27, beside a hotel, across from a car lot. They just opened. It used to be a Shell. Well, they have one in Danville, too. And they're providing all the same great food for lunch. Plus, they got all your snacks and knickknacks. Soda pops and beers, too. What is the name of this new place? Please, somebody help me.
It's Papa's Quick Stop, the new AMCO station. I just left there.
That's right, Papa's Quick Stop, the new AMCO station. Hey, Papa, can we stop at the Quick Stop? Now in Nicholasville.
At Lennox of Danville, we install all things hitch and towing related, from a gooseneck to a fifth wheel and even a classic receiver hitch. We also install wiring you need for your new hitch. Quality products made in America. Call us today, 59209-4033, or stop by 935 Stanford Road. Lennox of Danville, we make tough look good.
Good morning to you folks. It is Tuesday. It's the 29th day of August. That's 082923 on your calendar. A cloudy day and should see some sunshine later. Nice breeze coming through the magic window, though, and what's going to be just a nice day. The week looking great overall as we end it with a big high school football game Friday. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Danville Boyle County Planning and Zoning Commission is conducting a community survey and hosting a series of meetings in order to update the Boyle County Comprehensive Plan. That plan will help provide a vision for how the community will grow and develop over the next 20 years. You can take that survey online on the City of Danville Facebook page, and you can attend any of the upcoming meetings with 8 of them scheduled. The next one will be Thursday, September 14th at 5:30 at Danville City Hall. The Harrisburg Police Department and Mercer County Sheriff's Office teamed up for a joint investigation which sent 3 people to jail. Early yesterday morning, Harrisburg police executed a search warrant at a home where officers found suspected methamphetamine, fentanyl, THC wax, and a large amount of cash. 3 people were arrested and charged. Harrisburg natives Harold Wayne Moore and Tamara Sumner, as well as Virginia native Michael Owens. All 3 of those individuals were lodged in the Boyle County Jail. Garrett County has passed a new animal ordinance after hearing complaints from residents in the Deer Run subdivision. We told you about this story nearly 2 months ago, an issue that started in March when the city council was presented with arguments that 2 horses kept on land in the Deer Run subdivision were nuisances, as well as potential issues with sanitary conditions, improper care, lack of liability, and safety issues for pets and small children. However, the issue was the vagueness of the ordinance, which could be interpreted differently since everyone has a different definition of what a nuisance is, with the horse's owner saying he doesn't understand how 2 horses could inhibit the daily lives of neighbors. The council has now passed a first reading of this new animal ordinance, slightly altering some of the language that pertains to what a nuisance is and what could lead to the animal's removal. However, the Central Record reports that the new ordinance only applies to new occurrences and that those people keeping horses within the city limits now wouldn't be subject to it, essentially saying they would be grandfathered in. We told you last week the Danville School Board voted to lower taxes, and now Garrett County has voted to do the same thing as well. At their most recent school board meeting, the Garrett County School Board voted to decrease tax rates. For real estate taxes, it's 64.4 cents, a decrease from 65.2 per $100 of assessed value last year, while personal property was set at 65.9 cents. The Garrett County Central Record says it's the 4th straight year the Garrett County School Board has reduced tax rates. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, then, brought to you by Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something to taste-ify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass, where a great steak is truly just the beginning. Partly sunny, a high today of 80, a low tonight 57. Sunshine tomorrow, a high of 80. On Thursday, sunshine and a high of 80. It's 9:11 in the morning right now. And it's 67 degrees, and we have Dusty in studio.
Woo! Happy birthday, Joe.
Dusty's excited about being here.
It's your birthday. Yeah.
34 years old today,
34.
Dusty.
34. Look at you.
Born on this date, 1989.
Do you have a song that comes up?
No.
On this date in the history of Danville.
1989, I was born. And then, play a little sound clip or something like that.
Dum, dum, dum,
so, yeah.
No, is that not what? So what would your walk-up song be, or your birth song? I guess it.
I don't know. I don't know. No, what do you think? What do you think it should be?
I would think the Space Odyssey, like 2001. Yeah.
da. Yeah. Da, da. Actually, it's not just my birthday today. It's also Sid Dunn's birthday here at the radio station. We have the same birthday, August 29th. It's also my nephew's birthday, August the 29th.
Yeah?
I don't know. Maybe everyone has felt. When's your birthday?
July 12th.
Do you feel like that's a really random day to have a birthday?
It is, yeah.
See, I feel that same way. I feel like August 29th, like, what a random day to have a birthday. But it's not, because Michael Jackson has a birthday today.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, I just did that on this date in history, right? He has a birthday today.
So you were born on the same day as Michael Jackson?
And I go on my Facebook friends and see like 5 or 6 other people also having birthdays today. So August the 29th apparently is not as random a birthday day as I think.
Well, I know that July 12th, they threatened to have my nephew born on that day, and I was like, no, there's only one great person born on that day, and that's me.
That's Dusty, yes.
That's right.
All right,
I think I share it with a church member as well.
What do you think would be the most common birthday? Is there a day where you feel like I feel like a lot of people have birthdays on this day?
I mean, in August is a pretty good month because
Okay.
there's a lot of people I know that have birthdays in August.
Out of the top 10 most common birthdays,
okay,
9 of the 10 are in September.
Really? So what? Okay, this has always been my question. What happens 9 months before September?
Oh, we know what happens, Dusty. We just can't talk about it on the radio.
No, but but what event is there? Like, right? Like, is it like what is that? Christmas, maybe? Is that what it is?
Let's see. September's the 9th month. It'd be around Christmas.
Be around Christmas. So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's just holiday babies, right?
All right. So the most common birthdays, according to the average daily births on these days in the United States.
Average daily births.
September 9th is number 1.
Okay.
September 19th is number 2. September 12th is 3. September 17th is 4. September 10th is 5. The only non-September birthday on the top 10 most common birthdays is July the 7th.
Oh,
yeah. You thought I was going with yours.
I know a guy who's born on July 7th.
There you go.
It's the guy that works with me, Nick Reese. For the longest time, he didn't know how to write dates numerically.
Okay.
Because he didn't know which one came first, the day or the month.
Was he from England or something?
No, he's just 7-7.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So when you write that, I don't know. I'm 7-7. So is it month or that's an interesting thing.
He just always wrote it, and
no,
somebody was like, "No, it's the month first." He was like, "Oh, I just thought it was the day first."
The rest of the top 10: September 20th, September 15th, September 16th, September 18th.
It's all September. Jeez.
Those are the top 10 most common birthdays. What do you think is the least common day for birthdays, according to the
leap year?
The average daily births.
So was that February 31st?
Yeah, actually, that would probably be right.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe they're not counting leap years.
Yeah, because it's a holiday. Is it a holiday?
Leap year's not a holiday.
Leap day?
Leap day. Actually, a holiday is, however. They are counting it because it says 366. This is the 366th ranking, so you got to count the leap day because it adds the extra day, right?
So it has to be leap day.
December 25th, Christmas. The least average daily births, about 6,574.
Do people just not go in on Christmas?
They hold it in.
Yeah. He's like, no, I'm not having a kid today.
They use muscle control and hold it in. January 1st is the second least common. Christmas Eve. Then July 4th. I don't know what is all these holidays, why they would be least common. I mean, if you got to have a baby, you got to have it, right?
It doesn't really care, right?
Like Thanksgiving's on here, Halloween's on here. I don't know if I trust these numbers now.
They're just like, hey, I'm just hold off. I don't want to have it on July 4th. That's when America was born, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're good. Speaking of birthdays, here you go. Happy birthday. I got you this.
Thank you.
It's a Christmas gift.
Okay, it comes in a Save-A-Lot bag.
I wrapped it just for you. Right, I have a feeling you know what it is.
Oh, nice! I'll hold it up to the live stream so people can see it on camera here. Dusty got me not just a bottle of mustard. This is the 40% more than the 14-ounce bottle of mustard.
That's right.
A 20-ounce bottle of mustard. I actually bought one of these, Dusty, a couple days ago for the radio station.
And you're already out.
No, I've only used it like once or twice. But I will take this home and put this to good use. This is like in my lifetime, not kidding, the third or fourth time someone has given me a bottle of mustard for my birthday.
Well, I think I gave one to you last year.
Okay, so you've got 2 of them. Kim King, the state representative in Mercer County, gave me one time. She gave me the big that you would see at baseball
Costco?
stadiums. With that you put the pump on.
Ooh,
it came with the pump, too. She bought me the pump for it. So I had this big pump of mustard, big container in my refrigerator for months and months. I mean, it's got a ton in it, right? Yeah, it's got a ton in it, so it lasted me quite a time.
Right.
But I ran out eventually.
But that's pretty handy because then you don't have to take it out of the fridge.
Oh, you just hold your plate into the fridge, pump, you're done.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dusty. That means a lot. Dusty gave me a bottle of mustard. All right, what we got going on in music, Dusty?
Well, let's see. You got a few things going on. You got some stuff happening this weekend. Let me find it for you all. And I think the ones we're going to preview is Red Clay Strays. That is September 1st. Which is this Friday. That's weird. We're almost already in September.
Yep.
Right?
It's Danville Boyle. It's already the third week of the football season this week.
Oh, it's Danville Boyle this
Friday. Yes.
Wow.
Hey, by the way, your cousin.
Yeah.
So did you go to the game?
No, but I did hear. My mom was telling me about you announcing me.
Yeah, I gave you a shout-out.
Shout-outs, yeah.
So let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
So your cousin scored, I think, 2 touchdowns in the game.
I think he did pretty well.
He's a good player.
Yeah, he's a receiver.
He's a receiver, and he's also their backup quarterback.
Yeah, he threw one, right?
No, he caught 2 of them.
He caught 2 of them, but he did
But he threw a pass.
Yeah, attempted a pass. I don't think.
Well, what happened was, so I'm sitting in the press box watching the game, right? And things happen quickly.
Yeah.
Okay? And so, I don't know Pulaski County's roster as well as I know Danville's. I can tell you what number it is that catches immediately, but I've never seen Pulaski County play, right? So I'm looking down at the roster, which people probably don't know this, honestly, because they're listening to the game and they notice me just kind of rattle off the names, but I'm looking at the roster as I'm calling the game up and down. So a guy catches a touchdown in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
To me, I'm looking at the number, looks like number 17. It's Gavin Atwell.
Okay.
Congratulations to Gavin. He caught a touchdown. Right? But not because he plays for Pulaski County. But I tweet out score updates while the game's going on. So I give a shout-out to Gavin Atwell. Pulaski County scores on a whatever touchdown, 19-yard touchdown pass to Gavin Atwell. Well, it wasn't Gavin Atwell. It was Boone Godby who caught the touchdown. And he wanted to let me know it was Boone Godby who caught the touchdown. He tweeted at me.
He tweeted at
after the game was over.
After the game, yeah.
Not just Boone, somebody else that has got part of your family because his last name's Wesley.
Okay. Yeah.
Aiden Wesley. You know who Aiden Wesley is?
Aiden Wesley.
He tweeted at me and said Boone Godby first, and then Boone Godby tweeted at me and said Boone Godby. So I retweeted Boone Godby saying Boone Godby. That was on my Twitter profile.
Just loving some Boone Godby.
I'm a big Boone Godby fan, but he's
good.
Yeah, who's Aiden Wesley?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I know. I think
he's not your brother, obviously. I thought maybe he'd be your brother.
No, I don't think my brothers have Twitter.
Well, I'll scroll down. I'll show you his picture.
Is it a he? Because I'm trying to think what they have.
It's a he. And this the guy's Aiden Wesley. Do you know him?
I do not know him.
Dude, he's got your last name.
There's a lot of people that have my last name. It's a very...
yeah, but he's rooting for Boone Godby. He's got to be in your family.
I mean...
Boone Godby's your cousin. He's got your last name.
It's because they're from Somerset and have a Wesley attached to it.
And he's rooting for your cousin, though.
I mean, I don't know. He can have friends that are Wesleys.
But quite frankly, when you didn't even know Boone Godby's last name when we talked to you last week.
True.
So this guy could literally be kin to you and you not know.
That is very true. I am terrible. What is it called? Name blindness or face blindness where I just can't. I'm just terrible at it.
I showed you the picture of the guy. I have no idea who that is. He's got your last name and he's rooting for your cousin.
It doesn't mean anything.
All right, what do we got going on in music?
Let's see. You got American Aquarium and Murder by Death will be at Headliners Music Hall. Both excellent bands, and so that's a good 1-2 punch. If you want to head up Headliners, which is in Louisville, the Headliners Music Hall, that is September 1st. And then Mercury Ballroom is hosting Red Clay Strays, who's going to be our preview. Emmylou Harris is going to be playing at Renfro Valley. If you want to go check her out, September 2nd, which I believe is a Saturday.
Okay.
If you want to go check her out as well. Dylan Carmichael and Jericho Woods will be at, where are they going to be at? The AMP at Log Still. If you want to go, the amphitheater there at Log Still, if you want to go check them out. But those are some music that's happening in and around Kentucky if you want to go check them out. So we're going to be previewing Red Clay Strays.
Okay.
And this song, so I always thought it'd be neat if we could hook up with Pim and I could just, run a, here's a first dance songs, right? Mm-hmm. Like, here's my wedding tip for the day by Dusty. And it's just a bunch of songs that you can play. But, I mean, it's also pretty random because it's some people, have their song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that they want to dance to. But some people don't. Some people are like, well, what do you suggest?
Just pick it.
And I'm like, that's kind of weird. This is your first dance song and you don't know it. But I hold music to a higher esteem than some people, I guess. But this would be one of them because this is one I play usually on our anniversary because it's called Wondering Why.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a guy who has this nice lady and he just wonders why that she still likes him. So.
Hey, you need to meet my buddy Dan Bodner. You know Dan Bodner?
I don't even know my own cousins, man, let alone just random people.
Dan Bodner is a real big local music guy, like a Kentucky music guy. I mean, he loves going to local shows like you do. You all would go to. He went and saw a guy. I mean, he goes to the Burl, he goes to the Nook, he goes to all these places. And he went and saw a guy last week. Here he is. No, that was the Goo Goo Dolls concert. That's a bigger band. He went and saw a local guy at a place in Lexington, and I can't remember. I'm trying to see who it was on his Facebook page, but I can't remember his name, and he doesn't have it on here.
Okay.
I'll figure out the name, see if you've heard of him in the commercial break.
Okay.
I feel like you would know him. Shane, maybe something. I don't know. I could be making that first name up.
Well,
totally.
I mean, I do know some Shanes.
Hey, when's your birthday again?
July 12th.
July 12th is the 81st most popular birthday.
81st. I feel like if you were the number one most popular birthday, if you were a bar, you should totally host a day, right? Mm-hmm. It's like happy birthday to all these people.
To all these people.
Yeah.
August 29th. We both found kind of a random day. 20th most popular day for birthdays.
20?
A top 20 day is today.
Wow.
Average 11,924 births per day in the U.S. on August the 29th.
So, do you think those, the nurses, they get up that day, it's like, oops, it's going to be a busy one.
Yes, they know. Understand, August 29th, this is the 20th most popular day for birth, so we know babies are coming.
What happens? I mean, it has to be Christmas. It has to be the holidays. You're just holiday babies.
That's what it is.
Nothing gets me more aroused than all these family members around.
Family gatherings. Political arguments around the Thanksgiving and Christmas table. There's nothing more that gets me
my
going.
Blood pumping. Let me tell you.
All right, Dusty, let's go ahead and get right. Actually, no, we're going to take a break. Because I got to figure out who this guy is that Bodner saw in concert. So we'll have that coming up after this. The Red Clay Strays and Wondering Why right after this.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
Need a change of scenery? Check out Kentucky State Parks. With 45 parks to choose from, there are limitless options. Each park has its own unique features, landscape and resorts, restaurants, campgrounds, and some of the best golf courses around. Pick one that fits your lifestyle and your family. Explore Kentucky parks. Enjoy fun outdoor adventure without the long lines of many destinations. Book now at parks.ky.gov.
The night race. It's as American as Uncle Sam deadlifting 350 while drinking a Busch Light outside his camper in a national park. It's as American as Dale Earnhardt rattling Terry's cage. It's the Bass Pro Shops night race at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it's a cutoff race in the NASCAR playoffs. Be there Saturday, September 16th. Get a weekend package today at bristolmotorspeedway.com and see Dale Jr. race on Friday night in the Food City 300. It's not just a race.
It's Bristol, baby!
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Join us for our annual Customer Appreciation Days extravaganza, Friday, September 8th and Saturday, September 9th. We will have 20% off store-wide, food, samples, and free gift basket giveaways. At the Danville Nutrition Center, we value our customers and want to celebrate you. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care. See ya September 8th and 9th.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Be a better recycler. Learn what you can take to the Boyle County Convenience Centers and Recycling Center. Download the new free app, Boyle County Recycling, for Apple and Android phones. The app features the Waste Wizard, where you can search any item and what to do with it. Also, play the sorting game. Download the app and be a better recycler for Boyle County.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings 10 to 1 on WHIR.
All right, 9:27 in the morning. It's go ahead.
Why are you not just playing like birthday themes? Like
I don't pick the bump music. This is called bump music. I don't pick it. It automatically comes up.
Well, you can do it.
I know.
I believe in you.
I can't if I'm thinking about it. I was talking with you the whole break.
That's true.
You know, like so. Let's say like.
Oh, I have a whole birthday.
Well, I was going to say let's. I don't want to put anybody in the grave. I was going to say, let's say Dolly Parton died, but I don't want to do. Let's say that someone. Let's just. I don't want that to happen.
Bob Barker. Bob Barker just died.
Yeah, but let's say okay. Let's say Bob Barker was a singer.
Okay.
Since he just has already died.
Yeah.
Then I could play Bob. It'd be on my mind, and I could play Bob Barker songs coming back from each break. But it wasn't on my mind to play a Happy Birthday song coming back.
Just play Price is Right themes.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Or the losing horn. Boom, 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 boom. Oh.
Womp, womp, womp.
All right, Dusty, we got the Red Clay Strays.
Red Clay Strays. So if you are a Yellowstone fan, you have heard these guys because they kind of. I mean, they're very good, but they like mention them by name on that show. I haven't watched any of Yellowstone, so I can't. But I do know that they're like apparently at one point. The guy gets in a truck and is like, you know what? I want to listen to some Red Clay Strays. Like says
in
them
in the show?
In the show, like by the name. So they're a legit band. They're awesome. They're kind of that Texas dirt sound, and the vocals on it is just crazy good. So check them out. And this one is Wondering Why.
All right, this is the music video version, so it's playing, but now the guy's putting the record on. There it is.
From Silver Spoon, Golden Rule, private school, never miss Sunday church. And I come from blue collar, low dollar, out here where concrete meets old red dirt. And I don't know what happened, but it sure don't add up on paper. But when I close my eyes late at night, you can bet I thank my maker. She keeps on loving me, loves me the way I am. She's not just along for the ride, she's my biggest fan. Oh, it's a little piece of heaven when we lay down tonight. She keeps on loving me, and I keep on wondering why. She's got a wicked smile, angel eye, every guy wanting to hold her close.
The Red Clay Strays with Wondering Why in the Kentucky Music Preview Spotlight.
California.
Sing it, Dusty!
She keeps on loving me.
Dusty's even leaning his head back so he doesn't overdrive the vocals in the microphone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you play a mic. Frank Sinatra was the best at it.
Uh-huh.
Like he's like one of the first to ever like kind of realize that you can do that.
Yeah.
Like play a microphone because they didn't have compression and stuff back then, or all the effects and stuff that you can add out to post production. But
there you
anyway.
go. Dusty with the Kentucky Music Preview, Red Clay Strays.
Yes, go see them at in Louisville.
Okay.
Where to say Manchester Music Hall, I believe is where they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be an excellent show. Just lovely vocals on that, and like I said, the song is like she keeps on loving me, and I keep on wondering why, right? And so I play that for our anniversary all the time.
Do you have that thought about Monica?
All the time. Like
why does she like me?
Yeah. It's one of those, like, you know how we go, like, we'll go grocery shopping, and then the cash register person puts the divider, like, because they're like, how, you're not together.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Yeah. Yeah, they think you are two separate people, so you separate groceries.
Right. And then like I think the first time my Monica came to like a family thing, my brothers were like, that poor blind girl. Like,
yeah, what does she see in you? Nothing, obviously, because she's blind.
Right. So, but no, I mean, and I do. I keep wondering why she likes me, and I have no idea. But it could be the fact that I made homemade pesto and some pierogies last night.
You were going to say, it could be the fact that I made lots of money last year.
No.
It could be the fact that I'm just filthy rich. That's why she likes me.
Nope. That's definitely not it. I can tell you that. Some other music happening. You have Aaron Jones will be at the Lexington Opera House this Wednesday if you want to go check him out, along with Chris Daughtry. Remember, that's
yes,
a name.
Daughtry, yeah.
Daughtry, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's going to be at Lexington Opera House Wednesdays. So for you American Idol fans, I think he got the best deal out of that. Because I know that he didn't, he didn't win that year, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
But he was the better person. And so he didn't have to do all the BS that you have to do with American Idol.
Like all the interviews and you're the champion and all that.
Or sign a year-long contract where you perform for them, right? He was just like, nope, I got my stardom and I'm just going to roll out, right?
That's good. Well, that's happened with some people that have finished runner. Did Carrie Underwood win?
I think Carrie Underwood was the first one.
Okay,
Kelly
Clarkson won.
Yeah,
of course,
those confused.
Yeah, but she's made a good career too.
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson has.
Kelly Clarkson.
Daughtry.
Lonesome River Band will be playing Thursday, August 1st at the Jackson County Fair. If you want to go check them out.
Here's Daughtry. This is his big song. This would have been on Z105 back in the day. This is a definite Z105 song. It's Not Over by Daughtry.
I feel like this is probably played at your prom, right?
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know when it came out, but it sounds like something that had been out when I was in high school. Mm-hmm.
Countrywide will be at the Thunder over Burnside. If you want to go down there to Pulaski County and,
say hi to Dusty's kinfolk. He doesn't know.
Yes, say hi. Well, there's a bunch of them down there probably. Ann Wilson is coming to the Norton Center for the Arts.
Yeah, from Hart.
Yeah, from Hart. So she's going to be playing Friday, September 1st. So that's going to be a good show there at Norton Center. Go check her out. Tracy Lawrence will be at Manchester Music Hall there in, where's Manchester? That one is in Lexington Friday. If you want to go check him out. Oh, there's Hart.
This is Hart. Barracuda.
Barracuda.
Well, good. Some good music coming up then.
Yeah, and then let's see, Jericho Woods at the Amp, Dylan Carmichael, and then J.D. Shelburne will be at Pioneer Festival Saturday, September 2nd as well. So a lot of stuff going on in and around Kentucky music. So go check it out. Enjoy the live music.
Dusty with the Kentucky Music Preview. Dusty, appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you. It's 9:34 in the morning. We have a Tuesdays with Stith coming up here next.
Come join us on September the 9th for our annual Chloe's Petals for Hope event. It will be at Anderson Dean Park from 11 to 2 p.m. We will have speakers, vendors, booths, informational booths, karaoke contest, pet contest, and other fun and games. And so we try to make this day a fun day along with serious topics. We hope that you come out and join us on September the 9th from 11 to 2 at Anderson Dean Park. For help, call 988.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Join us for our annual Customer Appreciation Days extravaganza, Friday, September 8th and Saturday, September 9th. We will have 20% off store-wide, food, samples, and free gift basket giveaways. At the Danville Nutrition Center, we value our customers and want to celebrate you. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care. See ya September 8th and 9th.
Hi, this is Caraway. And Adeline. At Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check us out. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor. We offer layaway and 12-month famous cash with approved credit. Come see our Nana for the best deal in town. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. Aren't they so sweet? Yes, more than a mattress store. That's living room suits, dining room suits, or just a single recliner. Mattresses and More, Houstonville Road, Danville.
Kia is ranked the most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row, and we are celebrating with savings all month long at Cartown Kia.
Drive for less with the 2023 Forte. Lease for just $299 down and $299 per month.
Dependability you can count on when you shop Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $299 down, $299 per month, $2552 due at signing, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires August 31st.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Visit DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi.
End of summer savings are here at Don Franklin Mitsubishi. During our Win the Summer sales event, get 2.9% APR for 36 months on select Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV models. Or drive away in the all-new 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross ES 4-wheel drive for as low as $27,967. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Mitsubishi.
Visit DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Hey, it's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Tillahay. Call for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. Cloudy skies, should see sunshine later. High of 80, low tonight 57. Tomorrow, sunshine, a high of 80. Thursday, sunny and 79. Friday, sunny and 85. Right now, it's 9:40 in the morning. And it's a Tuesdays with Stith, as Ann Yeager has joined us in studio. And let's make this official and get Jim Parman on here. Here we go.
The following is a paid program.
All right, now we're official. Don't you just feel like you've got the official stamp of approval now, Ann Yeager?
I mean, always when I hear Jim's voice, it makes me happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's going on with Ann Yeager today?
Well, I did get asked about the program. I think it was last week. I don't know what day. So they asked. So if somebody asked, they said, "Well, so what do you do at these workshops you do?" And jokingly, I said, "We eat," which is true. There's always food because you can't really have a gathering without food.
Yeah.
In my mind. So we always have. So on September 14th, Sweets by Cindy is doing lunch, and on October 19th, Sandy Surprise is doing,
Who?
Sandy Surprise, Sandy Hogue. She has Sandy Surprise down in Junction.
Okay.
Honey, I can find you all the food.
Yeah, I've never heard of Sandy
I
Surprise.
know. Well, Sandy Hogue. She's Sandy Lieber Hogue, and she makes amazing. I think her banana bread's my favorite. We should do a show about that one day.
You should go
our
to
list
Sandy
of
Surprise.
all the favorite foods in Boyle County.
Yeah.
I think between the two of us, we could list off.
There'll be a lot of this. We can do it in one show.
That'd have to be like
it'd be like a whole month full of programming here. We'd be talking. Yeah,
Like-
I've never heard of Sandy Surprise. Is it a restaurant?
No, so she does like
Just got
it's kinda
catering?
like bakery and catering.
Okay.
Yeah. So and she makes candies and all kinds of goodies. So she's going to be doing the food on October 19th.
Okay.
Because
Shout out
it's
Sandy
at
Surprise.
5:30. And so at these at the workshops, what we do is I explain the differences in insurance. In fact, I even had an insurance agent come to one, and he said, I thought you were going to slam on insurance agents. I said, no. Insurance is very important, especially if you're risk averse. If you are scared, if you do not like to take risks, then you need more insurance. Because insurance is exactly that. It ensures that you are taken care of if a bad thing happens.
Okay.
So, but it's important to know the different types of insurance and what you need them for.
Yeah.
So I have probably one of each. I have a term policy, I have a whole life policy, and I have a funeral expense policy. So my term policy, my husband and I took out when we opened Harvey's. That way, if anything happened to one of us, we could, which we ended up closing the business, so it didn't matter. And we're going to open another one. But we did it for the term until our daughter graduates high school.
Okay.
Okay. So that, make sure that one of us was, if something happened to the other one was taken care of until she graduated high school.
Okay.
And then I have a whole life policy that Mom and Dad took out on me years ago when I was much younger. And so it's at a much better rate because it was taken out when I was in my 20s.
Okay.
And then I have a funeral expense policy that years ago I got a refund from taxes that I didn't know that I was getting.
Wow.
And so I dumped it. Yeah. When you get a little bit of extra money, I was like, okay, I want to be smart with this. I don't want to just blow it.
Well,
which is
what
I had done in the past.
Different than what most people do.
I felt like an adult that day when I actually did something.
So what'd you do with it?
I put it in a funeral, in a burial trust, and a funeral funding trust. So it'd sit there and grow interest.
It's exciting.
I know, but that way, if something happened to me, they wouldn't have to worry about taking care of my funeral.
I understand.
And at the time I was single, so I just didn't want to leave any burden on, even though I know my parents, they owned the funeral home, and now that's transferring to me slowly. I just, even then, I didn't want to leave any kind of burden on my parents or my sister or anybody else. So that's why I have all three, and that's why it's important. But you have to know what these things are for, so you make sure that you're putting your money where it needs to be. Don't waste your money. That's basically also part of it, is that I want to make sure that everyone gets the most bang for their buck.
Yeah.
So it's an educational seminar. I'll answer all your questions. I'll break down the different types of insurance and why they're important. And we eat and we drink. And I talk about pre-planning and why it's important. And I talk about different types of funerals. People have lots of questions about different types of celebration of life versus funeral versus cremation. What can you do? People sometimes don't realize that with cremation, you actually have way more options than you do with burial. People think that cremation, I think it's just that old not knowing cremation used to kind of be a taboo thing. Now it's not. And people don't always realize that we have lots of options. With cremation. So I go over all those things. And it's also a really nice question and answer time. I love questions. Questions are my favorite. Well, except for when Joe asks me.
That's hey, my questions are good. What is that? Thursday, September 14th? Thursday?
I think so, yes.
And
it's either Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday, September 14th. RSVP now.
Yes, because we are filling up. I don't think we're completely full yet. I think we have a couple of spots left.
Okay.
But call Lana at 236-2113 or call and leave a message for her, and she'll call you back, and she'll get you signed up for that.
There you go.
October 19th if you work. October 19th is going to be at 5:30.
All right. So, again, that's the one later on, late afternoon, early evening. For those who do work, if you have time, you can get off work and you can stop by and go to that, which can be called a lunch and learn because it's fine. What is it called?
No, they're all just educational workshops is what they are. They're just all workshops.
I was going to call it like dinner and I need another D word.
I don't know.
I mean, I can think of ones I can't say on the radio, but
y'all, I don't know what to do with him. It's his birthday, so I can't even give him a real hard time.
Dinner and I don't know. My mind's gone blank.
I know dine and dash is all I got. That's not really good.
Dinner and dash, but then if you feel like you're walking, you're not staying for the program. The program's the most important part.
Yeah.
All right, so Lunch and Learn coming up Thursday, September 14th. Free information and learn how to protect your family and save money when you plan ahead. Call Anna 236-2113 to RSVP. That'll be at the Stiff Funeral Home location there in Junction City.
You have an excellent radio voice.
Think I should look into that?
I think you should.
All right, I got some Ask Funeral Directors questions.
know.
These will be good.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and take this commercial break, because we usually do that after the commercial break anyway. So, Ask Funeral Director questions. First one we'll have coming up will have to do with transporting a person or body from another state. When you have to go to a different state, pick up he or she and come back. So you've done that many times. So I'm sure you'll have answers for that. So that's the first question we'll have on Ask Funeral Directors. Ask Ann Yeager. It's coming up next.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Come on out and have fun at Brightleaf Golf Resort. Stop in the pro shop to take advantage of the local specials of 18 holes with a cart for $40 or 9 holes on the par 3 course for only $12. While you're out, stop in and take a look at the remodeled rooms. Keep them in mind when friends and family are in town. The 19th hole restaurant is open so you can grab some food, good old country meat and veggies, dine in and carry out. Daily passes and memberships are available for the health club and pool. Give them a call at 734-5481 for more information. Hope to see you soon at Brightleaf.
Hey folks, Cliffhead Irvin with Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster. We proudly support our home team Lions on the field and off. If you are looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at irvingroup.com.
The Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
We know what that struggle is. We know how bad that is. We know all the damage and the chaos that we created in the past. But the important part is we can show them the solution.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
This is Hillary from Shake It in Danville. We would love to invite you to try us out today. We have everything from fun boba teas to meal replacement protein shakes, and everything we have is so delicious and even better for your health. Come start your health journey with us at Shake It in Danville. We're located right across the street from the courthouse.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
All right, it's Tuesday. It's August 29th. Let me turn your mic on.
I was going to say, I don't have any sound. I can't.
There we go.
I was gasping because it's Joe's birthday.
Yes, it is. All day long. I've had a lot of people remember that.
I guessed him too old.
Some birthday, yeah. Well, how you said 35. You were close.
I was.
34. Decades younger than you are.
Just one. Just one.
Decades.
Just one.
But there are some days, some years I can get through my show where people don't even notice.
Don't pay attention.
Yeah, don't pay attention.
Oh.
But which is fine. You know, like when you get our age, like even you forget it's your birthday, right? You go along your daily.
I never forget it's my birthday.
Yeah, but you're not thinking about it constantly like you are when you're a kid, right? I mean, like I've already forgotten it's my birthday multiple times today. I'm just busy doing other stuff. I'm not thinking about my birthday.
I'm busy doing other stuff, but no, I love my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm a birthday person.
Okay.
My husband is not. He could care less about his birthday.
Yeah.
But I love my birthday.
I mean, that's just as long as my wife says, "Hey, happy birthday," then yeah, I'm fine.
I need a cake.
Well, we had that yesterday.
No, I need
Reese peanut butter cup ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
I mean, that's pretty good.
That's a pretty solid one right there.
Yeah, last year I actually asked for a Reese's Polar Pizza. And Alex was
from Dairy Queen?
Oh, no, from Baskin Robbins.
Okay. Or yeah, I'm sorry,
like,
Baskin Robbins. Yes.
He was like, "Oh,
those
you
are like
want
the
a
pies."
What? Yes.
Oh, those are awesome. We did that for Jack and Rayleigh's birthday. We got the Oreo one.
Yeah.
Those are
he
great.
was like, "You want what?"
A polar pizza from Baskin
I was like, I had to look
Robbins.
it up, and I sent him a picture of it.
They're awesome. If you haven't tried them out, folks.
Apparently, Joe and I are just going to talk about food.
We have similar palates. They are very good. All right, here we go. Question for Ann Yeager here. Ask Ann Yeager. I'm curious how expensive it is to have a body transported from one state to another. 600 miles. Now, that would make me think both ways. That's like going to Georgia and back, 600 miles, like around Atlanta, right? Atlanta's like 330 miles away.
So I'll be able to give you that answer next week for sure, because I just had a gentleman picked up in Atlanta who I had flown there, who died out of country, and to get him here to Kentucky, the closest airport I could get him to was going to be Columbus, and to get him to Columbus was going to be Thursday. So I had him flown into Atlanta yesterday.
Okay.
And I have a gentleman, there are two people that I have who transport for us. A gentleman I've known for years and years, who lives in eastern Kentucky, and he drives all over the United States. And then another lady who lives here in Danville who also does that. So she started, I think, last year. And so I'm very fortunate that I have people that I know and trust who can do this for me. But I had him flown into Atlanta, and then Mr. Childers picked him up, went down to Atlanta yesterday, left here really early in the morning, left Kentucky early in the morning, and was in Atlanta at 9 o'clock. And then it took 5 hours to get him out of customs.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, so there's more to it. It's if you're flying domestically in the United States, it's not as difficult. Some of the scheduling is hard because when COVID happened and we have less flights than we used to have, it's pushed me out further, because a person who has died are considered human remains at that point, and they are in cargo.
Okay.
And so if there's already someone booked on that flight, generally most flights can only take one or two deceased people. And so and that's one of the problems, is that if someone's already booked on that flight and the routing, so like, I don't think anybody's flying into Lexington anymore. We have to pick up most people if we fly them in. Then we have to go to Louisville or Cincinnati.
Okay.
The bigger airports, to pick them up from the airport. But that's what we do. And it seems like in the last couple of months I've flown a lot of people in or out. I've flown people to Michigan, Massachusetts, DC. I had the gentleman who came in from out of country. So we've had lots. So it's just a matter of, and the cost. So the plane tickets that I've bought recently for people to fly have ranged from $600 up to $800 or $900.
Would insurance cover that if you had insurance?
So if you have an insurance policy, depending on how much is in your insurance, this is why you should always have a little extra. So like if you and that's why it's most important to have a funeral expense insurance, because some of them have riders that will actually pay to get you home. So it's especially important for my snowbirds to have that kind of rider that will pay to get you home. And they will pay that airline ticket. They will pay for you to, because remember, wherever you die, and most places you have to be embalmed there, put in a special container to fly, and then taken to that airport. A flight has to be booked. Your death certificate has to be done wherever you die also. So there's a lot more to it than people realize. It's not just simply dropping someone off at the airport.
Okay.
And then we have to schedule, and because cargoes are only open during certain hours, that's the other thing I run into. If your flight gets in at 6 p.m. and cargo closes at 5:30, they will not let me pick you up until the next morning.
Okay, so they sit there.
Yes, they have to spend the night someplace. Or if your flight leaves at 5:40 at 6 a.m. 6:05, and cargo doesn't open until 5:30, I can't get you an hour there before. I have to have you there at least an hour plus before the flight. So I have to take you the night before, and you have to spend the night in Cincinnati or Louisville.
Okay.
But that's also, when we do that, we also try to make sure someone's getting on a direct flight and they're not having to be changed planes.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to make sure we find the most direct flight.
There you go.
Because I don't want somebody hopping all over the.
It's a long answer for.
I know it is, but it's
a kind of simple question, but it's not. It's not a simple answer.
It's not.
Sometimes simple questions don't require simple answer. I mean, you got to go in depth.
You have to go into all these are all the things that I have to look at.
Yeah.
When I'm taking care of this.
Last question for you. Only have a couple of minutes here. After the process of embalming, what happens to the body next?
Well, generally at my funeral home, their family sees them.
Okay.
So after someone is embalmed,
is there a certain length of time after embalming? Does it have to take effect, or can it be like okay, I'm done embalming, come check?
Well, no. So sometimes we're trying to get someone cleaned up and ready for their family to see.
Okay.
Like depending on because hospitals aren't always pretty. Death is hard. Death is just hard on the body. Mm. So restoring someone's dignity to them and trying to flush out if there's swelling or jaundice or any of those things.
Yeah.
Those are important to get done as quickly as possible. And then we hope that all of our families will come see their loved one prior to private family. We have private family time prior to public visitation.
Okay.
So that can happen whatever it works best for the family. So after embalming, at my funeral home, the person is laid on a table that has a sheet underneath them, a sheet over them that's tucked in around their shoulders. Their head is on a pillow. Unless we need their hair to dry, then we have a towel. We have a special headrest and a towel that goes underneath their hair. Mm-hmm. If they're a lady and has longer hair and or a man, it needs to dry. And then they also get a blue blanket over top of them.
Okay.
Because I think people might be cold.
You want them to stay warm.
I do. It's a personal thing. It's just, if it were me, I'd want a blanket. So everybody else gets a blanket.
Okay.
That's it. So, and they wait for their family to come see them. And
so they don't, when the family comes sees them initially, if they want to, they choose to, they don't have clothes on? I mean,
they may or may not.
Okay.
It depends on if I've gotten clothes or not yet. Sometimes I have clothes, sometimes I don't have clothes.
Okay, if you don't, just cover them in a blanket.
Because, I mean, if it's your husband, you've seen him.
At his best and worst.
And in every state in between.
Yes, yeah.
If it's your wife, you've generally seen them. If it's your child, you've seen all the parts. So it's important. I think it's more important to see your loved one than worry about what they're wearing.
Yeah. Ann Yeager with Stith Funeral Home again September 14th is the Lunch and Learn. 236-2113 is the phone number to RSVP for that Lunch and Learn Thursday, September 14th from 11 o'clock until 1 at Stith in Junction City.
Yes, y'all have a great day and love on your people. And happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Love you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, too. There's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of the Joe Show. Had a blast with you on this Tuesday morning, and I hope that the start to your work day just a little more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis, signing off. Back with you tomorrow morning, dark and early, on Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices. That's the Joe Show on AM 1230 and the brand new 103.9 FM WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Until then, God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe Tuesday afternoon as Curtis McPeak's Home Sweet Home leads us home sweet home. Kentucky Sports Radio coming up next.